Oh shit. Oh shit! Ah, splat! What the fuck?
It will be a good day. Prepare for battle.
What exactly are you doing? Besides sticking your ass in my face? HP, I was wrong. Hey, surprise! You can catch me. I'm over here now. I'm running over here. I'm running over here, and you still can't catch me. Oh my! Oh, I'm running away. Oh no! Wait! Okay, sure, because whatever just happened. Fuck me. God damn it. God damn it. Damn.
I need to
wow,
touch
you
it.
guys. Wow. I see how you feel.
Yeah, we feel with our hands.
Oh, man.
No, I feel with my face. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Jose coming in with the motorboat skills.
Wow.
Door cut him apart. The enemy troopers will see my flashlight on, and I'll alert them to my presence, and I'd really rather not give them any more heads up than they deserve. So I'm trying not to keep the flashlight on all the time. Fuck me. Why are your boobs so low on your body, too? Like, the top of her cleavage starts, like, way down here, and she's still cross-eyed.
Show you the meaning of pain.
What is that reaction? Wonder Woman. I will show you the meaning of pain! Visceroids ain't surviving anymore. I got my anti-visceroid cream. Preparation V.
On my way. No problem. Moving out.
Preparation V sounds more like something that you put on to prevent a yeast infection. Across entire worlds, dimensions, through the darkest depths of space, and beyond the limits of known time. These are the adventures of the Starship Dragon.
Credit chips clinking, rusted bar, smoke in the air, scars on the wall. He walks in, cloak cut like armor, one red eye tracking it all. They whisper his name in a dozen tongues, every bounty board, every backroom stall. He just nods to the crew at his shoulder, got a call, UN, and that's all. Commander Krim on the Starship Dragon, engines screaming, guns all dragging across the dragon, engines screaming, guns all dragging across the void for a price in blood. We ride the edge of the burning suns. Commander Krim and the starship dragon take the hit and keep on bragging. Danger's home and we're dragging it in. We don't break, we bend, we don't die. We grin, starship dragon, lighting it again. Hey.
Welcome to Video Gaming 101. I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock. Lesson number 33. The less a woman wears, the more protection she has. A full set of iron armor can't provide nearly as much defense as pasties and a thong. Everybody put your hands in the air and say, holy shit! Welcome aboard the Starship Dragon, everybody. My name is Commander Krim. So glad to have you here on this Wednesday evening. How is everybody? My hair, I need a haircut so fucking bad. I can actually grab a hold of it and look at it, and when I can see it with my own eyes, that means it needs cutting. I don't look good with long hair. Trust me, I've done it before. Accidentally. Well, not accidentally. I didn't have the option. I didn't have the money for a haircut at the time. Comet says hello as well. Hi, bud. Hello. Comet, hello. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Furball. Also say I love you to my chatters, like Dr. Masochist, who has claimed his 95th space buck, 5 away from the big 100. Thank you for that. And Get Swole. Done. And lesson from the professor. Welcome to Video Gaming 101. I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock. Lesson number 3. Fortnite sucks. That's all there is to say. Jose claiming Space Bucks. Space Buck number 83. Words is heard, holy shit, GG's, and all that. Yep. Darth contributing to the observation duty challenge. It should be damn near done, shouldn't it? 97%, 3 days left. Okay. All right. Darth saying hi and claiming his 114th Space Buck. Darth also redeeming lesson 33. We got that one already. How you doing, Darth? Well, that's an intro. It's always an intro. Hi. It's an intro, not an outro, because I'm going in. And I'm going in hard. Currently sitting in the truck at the end of the dirt road waiting for the sister's food. At no point, Jose, in your life, granted I've only known you for 6 years. At no point during those 6 years did I ever realize that you had the name bitch engraved somewhere on your body, because apparently that's what your family has done. You always say fuck that shit and leave. I've tried to tell him that. Wolfie baby, also claiming Space Bucks. How you doing, Wolfie? Happy Wednesday to you. That coffee's too hot to drink. A Dukin! How you doing? Almost have shoulder length hair right now, not just by going to the hair cutter. Need to get an appointment. The longest I ever had was like, it was like, not quite to my collar, but pretty close, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I looked like I had a bad, if I had told you that I was trying to make a mullet, you would not have believed me, because it would have looked so bad. It was like me trying to make a bad attempt at making a mullet. I wasn't trying to make a mullet, but that's what it kind of looked like, a bad version of a mullet, even though I just didn't have the money to get a haircut at the time. I was living in a place with 4 people, all adults, and I was the only one making the payments on rent and bills and everything. Why I tolerated it? I was going to say it's a mystery. I know the answer, but younger me is definitely not is definitely more patient me than current me. And now I'm choking. A Duke contributing the observation duty challenge and claiming space bucks. I hate whoever redeemed that. Well, if it wasn't Doc, it would have been Jose, or it would have been Josh, Jose, or Darth. Or just me because I want to. Observation. I start choking and suddenly I become dyslexic. I almost said observation 2D2. Thank you for claiming Jose. I promise, ladies, I'm not as stupid as I seem. But I can't prove it. It's right, though. Doc is contributing to the observation duty challenge as well. Darth, we're throwing hands. It's not our fault you like Fortnite for some reason. Happy hump day to you as well, Wolfie. Why don't you come on down and let's... Never mind. No wonder I have no women in this stream. I hit on them too much, even jokingly. Took on these... You're right, you're dumber. Yeah. I tend not to redeem less than 3 anymore simply because everyone else does. I like to add some variety. What? Us being a variety stream, a variety channel, a variety content? Why would we ever do something like that? We always play Quake, a Command & Conquer, or a StarCraft, a Halo. We don't really do much else on Sundays. Variety teaching. Hello, Alarob. Thank you for claiming your space bucks. I must maybe spit out my drink. Well, at least somebody's spitting something. Never mind. That went in a different direction. I'm in Chicago enjoying a thunderstorm. Well, if you were in Houston, you'd be dealing with almost the same thing. Hello, Alarob. It's not my fault you play most of the RTS shit. Actually, I don't. I mean, I had it a little bit more lately because I was, after we played Command & Conquer that one time, like, I'm really in the mood. Put on music, I'm gonna wait for this food. Nighttime lighting is popcorn worthy. That much is accurate. That much is very true. Brent told me he's got a storm down there. He's like an hour from Houston. Yeah, it's actually been probably one of the, I'm gonna say it like this for the jokes, but I'm meaning it seriously. This has been one of the wettest, like last month or so. I mean, there's been storms and at least like some kind of rain, like every day, I think, for the past probably 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month. It's actually kind of surprising. I don't think I've ever seen this much rain in such a short amount of time in one place. We like it wet, dry is rough. It's been a long time, so I need you to remind... Never mind, I'm going to shut up. I keep saying that shit, and I just know I'm chasing off every vagina that comes in here. 43. Welcome to Video Gaming 101 on Professor Willie Long Woodcock. Lesson number 43. Animals will always seem to understand human characters when they speak, even if they are completely incapable of speaking themselves. The problem with all the rain down here in Houston is it gets... When it rains like near the end of the day and, the rain, puddles up overnight, it gets extremely humid. And I haven't lived in a whole lot of humid places, but holy crap, Houston gets fucking humid and muggy and sticky as shit. I go into work some mornings and I'm like, I gotta get a napkin and wipe off because I'm just covered in wet. Not even good wet. It's like sticky wet. Not the kind of wet like if you walk through a sprinkler or something. Just sticky wet. You know, that wet that doesn't feel good. Thank you for the 7-stream streak, Rob. I appreciate that very, very much. Oh, my fault your TMs are dry. Damn! Patron? What is patron? Go to Louisiana, Florida. I'd really rather not. I mean, I've been to Florida, but I mean, I think the reason it didn't bother me as much then is because I was doing scuba diving at the time, so it was just kind of like a given I was going to be wet. So, you know, big fucking deal. Go shirtless with a fan in front of you? Well, when I'm outside, can't really do either of those. I mean, I could because I'm a man. I can go without a shirt, but nobody wants to see that. But luckily, inside, I've got a lovely air conditioner that runs at 69 degrees. Not for the reasons you might think. Just because I set it to 69, it's not because of 69. I mean, it's a nice comment. But 69 is because anything 70 and above is hot to me. 68 is still better. I mean, it's one less than 60. I would set my AC to 65 if I didn't cause my electric bill to be $1,000. I think humidity can fuck right off. Yeah, absolutely. Even humidity on like cooler days is just gross. Jeddah, then I don't know what that is. I assume someplace in the Middle East. There was one shift I did at my last job pushing carts and whatnot, and I was sweating. My arms were yeah. Thought I was going to sweat death in Louisiana. That's where I could handle. That's when I could handle humidity. I don't think. I've never actually dealt with the proverbial dry heat, like in, say, like Arizona or something. I've never actually been at a place like that. But fucking hell, I definitely know I don't like the other end of it. Hot and humid. Ugh. I've only been in a sauna like a couple of times in my life. Hated every minute of it. Thank you for that follow, Apostle TV. Appreciate that very, very much. Hello, Mama Wolfie. How you doing, Mouse? Optimal temperature is like 55 to 60. Yeah. The colder the better. Colder the better. Absolutely. I mean, when this past winter we had like a cold front blow through Houston, and I think the temperatures got down, like the highs were in like the mid 30s. This window that's behind me, wide fucking open. Wide open. And just let it all soak in. Oh, the temperature inside the apartment got down to like mid 50s. Actually, it was like upper 50s. I didn't let it get below 50, mid 50s, because at that point I worry about my electronics getting damaged from like the humidity that was still a thing. So, but God, being that cold felt so good. 68, you go down on me, and I owe you one. You would hate our house is set at 77 or 80. That's at my job. Everybody at my work, I am like one of 4 men that work at my job, of about 25 people. And in my particular department, I'm lucky that I have 2 people. One, he wears a coat, so he's fine with it. And my partner, I guess you could say, my coworker that works in the same like machine that I do, she likes it cold as well. One of the few women I know that like it cold. She actually set it at 65 today.
And ready to throw.
Like, she legit set the temperature to 65 in our department room today, and I'm like, oh, thank you. It feels so good. Fan on too. Oh, so nice. Love it. But outside my department, 73 to 78, and I'm like, hi, why? I can't stand it. I'm turning into Jim Kirk here. I just can't stand it, Spock. My God. Sorry. Let's see. Jeddah is one of the top 2 cities of Saudi alongside Riyadh, which is the capital of Riyadh. They have the same temps, however, Riyadh is surrounded by dry sand desert. Yeah, I kind of figured you're super hot and dry. Pretty sure Evan was ready for me to leave his stream when I did. Humidity will block the view. Good God. Thank you, Josh, for claiming space bucks. And contributing to the observation duty challenge. Always up to chaos in the stream. I mean, it's what they do. It's the Wolfie. I was gonna say the Wolfie twins, but close enough. Wolfie twins. I'll go with that. How is Dragon Quest VII, by the way, Wolfie? I've been wanting to stop by, but when you play that, I don't want spoilers, so I haven't been able to watch. Josh Riley goes by Josh. I mean, pretty much everywhere here, I've called him Josh. Sir. The reason is because when I first met him, we were on I was streaming on Facebook, and on Facebook they didn't have most of the time they didn't use like usernames on Facebook. They actually had their actual names in the chat, so I just got used to calling him Josh. I know his first and last name just because of that reason. If I had first met him as Gerald the pizza thrower, I probably would always be calling him Gerald. Just because that's just how I roll, dog. You tell I'm white and old because I got coffee in my hand. I'm doing this shit. I redeemed Sailor Mouse so he could cuss himself out. When I left, I commented, "No one dares disturb the sound of silence." Close to the end, nice. I played the demo of the 7 remake and it was insanely good. No user ID. Yeah, they didn't. I mean, it was Facebook. Whenever the way Facebook worked is you were streaming, but you weren't like on a special channel or anything. You were just on your page, on your streaming page, which was kind of like a business page, and then people would comment like they would comment on a picture or something, but it was technically the chat. So whenever you commented, like you would comment on anything on Facebook, it had your name on it, unless you were signed into your stream page, which I usually did, kind of semi-self-promoting that, and I didn't want my real name on anybody's chat. So, you know, and Josh didn't have that at the time, so I've always referred to him as Josh, and, you know, he's never told me that he'd prefer me to call him Gerald. If he ever did, then I would, you know, make that change, because I respect respect that kind of request. You know, I know, my little brother Jose, we all are JDP. I mean, I assume he's okay with me calling him Jose on stream. You know, so he's never told me otherwise. If I respect you and you make a request of me like that, I'll take me a minute to get used to it, but I will abide by it. Just like I'm getting used to calling Doc, even though I know his name's Evan, or at least his name was Evan when I first met him. It could have been a username. It could have been his fake name. His real name probably could be Billy McFuckerson, for all I know. I'm looking at you, Billy. I know you see me. I feel like it's where you got to get all your daily entertainment. My pupper's over here growling at the rain hitting the door and window. Oh, you tried streaming on Facebook? Facebook is where I started, so, you know, and I'm grateful for it, because it gave me, when I finally decided to jump the proverbial sinking ship that was going to be Facebook gaming and came to Twitch, I had the ability to bring some people with me. BMO, Josh, Jose, a few others. Darth didn't meet me though. Darth met me on Facebook, met me on Twitch. Kupo Khaleesi. There's like one other one that I can't think of right now. I know I'd probably remember if I saw his name. But yeah, if I had started on Twitch, my growth would have been much more difficult, because I would not have had that, I don't want to say fan base because it makes it sound like I'm some super big celebrity, but I would not have had the people come with me, basically. Oh, Jodinator. I met him on Facebook. My name is even Evan. It's another alias. I knew it. It is Billy McFuckerson. I knew it was you. Your real name is Kevin. Kevin McFuckerson, whatever. Some days are the days I squeak in, get in my stream streak, and squeak back out again. It's your mouse. I get it. I know Krim's real name, but I usually Bimo knows mine, and I know Bimo's as well. But we call each other Bimo and Krim, partially because of other names that she knows as well. It's just easier for her to differentiate me from other people who have names close to mine. Real name revealed: Karen. Dun dun dun. Watch his real name be Richard Dickerson. Mikey's another good example. Yeah, probably Matt. Richard Wadsworth is a good name for some people. Dick Wadsworth. You would have the followership, but I would have started on Twitch with like 0, with nobody. So at least I had occasionally 3 or 4. You know, the 3 or 4 that I mentioned. Mine's Priscilla. I usually don't have to worry about getting mixed up with other people. Your name's seriously Priscilla? That's awesome. Dickwad. Yeah, I got it. I got the joke. Trust me. I have a guy who I have an ad. I have a sponsor whose name is Richard Dickerson. His name, he goes by Dick. Therefore, he is Dick Dickerson. Just so I can say the word dick twice in one sentence. Because it's great. No, Priscilla is a pretty name, I will say that. Not trying to flirt, because God forbid, but I just want to be serious there. I started here with 0. Yeah, I mean, it helped that, you know, I had some people that knew me that came over with me. And even I'm super grateful to pretty much all of them as well, because this Twitch page here, it's not my first Twitch channel. I started as a different channel called the Crimson Dragon, which is where I got the nickname Krim. And I'd felt like my stream had gotten some kind of shadow ban or some kind of drop in the algorithm or something, because a lot of times some of my viewers would like try to look me up in the category that I was streaming in, and they could not find my stream. So I don't know, I feel like somehow I got like some kind of shadow ban or something for some reason on that old channel. So I'm like, you know what, let me just start fresh, and I did, and that's what this is, Commander Krim, and it's been that way ever since. So, yeah, this stream has been, in comparison, exceedingly successful, and I am unbelievably grateful to every one of you. The fact that I've seen my viewership, my average viewers, I get an analytics email after every stream, and it shows me like the average viewership throughout the stream. And there are times where I've gone for multiple hours at a time at north of 10 viewers, to average of 10, and that's insane to me. Usually I would get like 10, and it might last for like 15 minutes. But this is going for multiple hours on end, and I cannot express how grateful I am to you guys for that. Thank you very, very much. Legit. Came up with the Evan alias because my actual name was way too common on Facebook. Understandable. John Smith, Billy Jim Bob. Last name is very common. I know people with the same first name as Krim in real life. My first name is a very common one as well. I already did name Worthy Priscilla. I love the name. It's a very pretty name. It really is. ISTG if it's Josh. Shit. Total graphics. Nukem says he may have drunk too much energy drink. His oil change smells like caffeine. Sometimes my piss smells like coffee after I drink my cup. Plot twist, it's also Priscilla and I'm trans. I don't know, where's that message at? I see the oh, there it is, stock. Queen of the desert. Your channel could have been flagged for dumb reason back then. Yeah, who knows? I mean, the possibility, the only thing I can think of, I mean, the time between this event I'm about to describe and the shadow banning was quite a distance apart. But there was the first time that I streamed Jackbox on my old channel. One day I had my viewership just like in a matter of like a minute and a half jumped to like over 30, 35 people. But it was a bunch of people that were coming in throwing racial slurs around and joined the game and started using racial slurs in the game that we were playing on Jackbox. And I had a 24-hour ban on Twitch for that because somebody reported me for it. Even though I was just trying to stop them from doing it, they wouldn't stop doing it. I couldn't get all the bans, done fast enough, and I couldn't stop the game to keep it from appearing on screen. So apparently it was probably like a setup to get me banned, but I got a 24-hour ban for that. That probably like put a permanent scar on the channel. Considering I said my name with comments, definitely not Priscilla. It's Sue. Phone calls to make? Alrighty. I know a few that got cut due to some of their views. I both know I'm not the lying type. I swear to God. Oh, swear to God. Okay. You're too slow. Yeah, type faster, Doc. Come on. Goddamn. Stop being fast. No woman should ever stop being fast because they take too long as it is. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Views on certain topics. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I really just like I'm pretty sure the flurry of N-words that were all over my chat that day were probably a big contributor. That, and again, I was reported. As you can see, we're continuing Star Trek Voyager today. I'm a doctor of masochism, not doctor of typing faster than Wolfie. Take some typing lessons. Shit, man, I can type 70 words a minute in my sleep. I'm not trying to brag, but I just somehow I'm able to type super fast. Especially if I'm like typing words that I'm trying to, like if I'm reading text to like copy and type, I'm slower than if I'm creating the words in my head. Like when I'm writing script for my stories for my games that I'm making, as I'm writing them, I type super fast. But when I'm having to read text to copy it as I'm typing it, I noticed I'm vastly slow. I mean, well, I'll say not vastly, but I'm significantly slower. 60, 65 less I knew. I think when I tested, I think I tested about 70 to 72. My 10 key is insane though. My 10 key is like 15,000 kph. That's keystrokes per hour for anybody who doesn't know. It was and still is bots roaming the Jackbox TV category to set up channels like that. It's been happening for a long time and you got targeted. Yeah, I didn't know about it at the time. And that's why whenever I do play Jackbox, I limit it strictly to, even when I do it on community streams, I limit it strictly to people that I know and trust, like Darth, Josh, you guys that I know and trust. I don't accept random people joining in from the chat to play Jackbox. That's also why I don't play it much on community days anyway, because I just don't want that risk. All right. I actually don't know my WPM. Well, I mean, it's not hard to find out. You can do a typing test online to find out. Hi, Jose. I was like 66. I'm guessing that Wolfie will jump through her screen to slap Krim, then go back. She don't have to jump through it. Just reach through it. You're able to read it, process it, then type it. Much different than just typing what's in your head because it's your idea. Yeah. And I never really thought about it that way, but you're not wrong. Yeah, it would make sense that it takes longer to process other people's words than what's already generated in my skull. Was hot as balls outside? I'm not surprised. Super fast typing autocorrect his aneurysm? God damn, don't I know it? Fuck autocorrect for real. Those are the people I'd rather slap with a cast iron frying pan. You and me both, sister. You and me both. One of which happens to live in the state you do. But I'm over that problem. I'm certainly not scarred or traumatized by that at all. But the delivery drive, goth mommy? Oh, the delivery driver? Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, there was... I still remember that one chick that I told you guys about that stuck with me. Like, I don't know, it was like, what, 3 or 4 months ago now? She showed up and she had that like Eufy green top on. She wasn't wearing a bra, so I got to see both those perky nipples. Didn't get to see what they actually looked like. She was very perky. And, I just pray that she was at least 18 because she could have passed for less, for sure. Especially since she was Hispanic Brazilian looking. Okay. If you keep a fan on your balls, they're not so hot, prove me wrong. I mean, that's very true. Give me the Addy, I'll make an at-home delivery. That'll be only a 2-hour drive from where you are, Wolfie. Well, I mean, not right now, but where you live. If you're in Omaha, like you said. Not that I would know. PTSD is a thing that I got. 'Cause that bitch is a bitch. Sorry. The other person was super cute. Yeah, you get... yeah. It's weird how you get such a wide range of people. I mean, you don't really... It's not like, say, the stereotypical taxi driver that's going to be, very much most of the time, again, stereotypically, a very specific type of person or race or ethnicity or whatever. But with DoorDash, you just get wide range of people. I mean, super cute girls, the largest tubs of lard that walk this planet. I don't know how they get up my stairs to the second floor of where I am, but they do it. You get the nicest dudes that are just like, oh, hey, here's your stuff. Thanks, man. Hey, cool. And you get the assholes who are just kind of like, here. Hope I didn't inconvenience your day. Until we meet again. I should make that like whenever I do like an occasional bit of info. I have little nuggets of information that I tend to pass out. I should make that a transition sweeper. Until we meet again. Welcome to Video Gaming 101, I'm Professor Willie Longwoodcock. Lesson number 15. Any location that has been lost or believed to never have existed will appear or be discovered fairly easily. Like 6 miles from the Iowa border. I'm guessing she's out by Central City or down by Beatrice. I don't want to say. I mean, I don't want to dox her. I could give you the exact town and she wouldn't be that hard to find because, well, there are a lot of small towns in Nebraska, but I'm gonna let it go. She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve the attention. Unfortunately, my apartment's an absolute bitch to find, especially in the dark. Mine really is too, for some reason. Even though on DoorDash you can like put special instructions, and I put, okay, the gate code is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. To find my apartment, park and go across my apartment faces away from the parking lot. I put details about how to find my apartment, and I still get dumbasses that go, oh, hi, yeah, I can't find your apartment. Read the instructions, dumb fuck! And I put them in English and Spanish so Jes Habla Español can bring on my food to the gringo. Last time I ordered food, the girl was hot, was about 12-ish years ago. She was insanely beautiful and fine. I remember my jaw-dropping guess. I even think her name was Michelle. It's been a little while since I thought about her, but she's like, I mean, I've seen some cute girls drop off my food before, and it's like, damn, she's cute. Then close the door, and then she's like out of my mind before she's down the stairs. For some reason, that chick, I don't know why, she stuck with me for like at least a week. I would think about her every day. Be like, man, I really wish I could. I wish I could have said something to her. I don't know why her specifically. Because like I said, there's been some cute chicks that have dropped off my food before and have been like, damn, she cute, and then lock the door and then not think about it again. Why her though? Weird. Send her a glitter bomb. Oh, I would prefer you just drop the word glitter. I grew up with 4 women that are super cute. Well, unless they're related to you, get yourself laid, Josh. Shit. I live in an apartment complex. We have like 50 buildings of apartments, and the door leading to my apartment is in the back corner of that building. I understand. Yeah, it's the fact that the way my apartment complex is set up, there's a road that goes like the actual like main road for the entire apartment goes all the way around the complex, and the buildings are like square in the middle of that road. But there are units that face there's like units that the doors face out toward the road. Well, there's also units that face inward, like the opposite side of those buildings. And some people, when they come by and they're dropping off food, or if it's like an Amazon delivery or something, they don't think to go on the other side so they can see that there are units that are facing away from the roads. They just think all the doors are on the outside, so they're like, I can't find your apartment. And follow the pathway, you'll find that there are doors that point up the other way. Guess what? You'll find my number. At least the dumb fucks were still trying to deliver your stuff more than I can say. Yeah, there was that. I think there was one time I told you guys on stream because she dropped something off right over. Actually, it was the girl that dropped off my 50-pound kettlebells. That's right, it was her. She called me and said she couldn't find my apartment, and I had to go down and find her, for one, because she couldn't find my apartment. 2, she literally said, I can't pick them up. I'm like, what? I can't deliver your stuff because I can't pick up your weights. So I had to go down and pick up my 2 50-pound kettlebells, because this little, I say little, she was an adult. She was probably weighed, my 2 kettlebells probably weighed more than she did. She could not pick up my kettlebells out of the back of her car, which made me wonder how the hell she got them in her car to begin with, unless the Walmart people just put them in the car for her. Dark outside, they don't carry flashlights. I mean, you know, your phones have that, just saying, cell phones have the little light thingy on the back. I'm sure I could find a way to make that happen too. Daytime is not so bad because there's units on the outside that clearly says 8:30, for example. In the dark, you can't see that shit. Usually, short of like winter time, I don't order anything when it's dark outside. If I'm ordering DoorDash, it's usually like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and unless it's like winter time where it's dark at 5 o'clock, you know, that's not an issue. I knew you were a backdoor guy. Got a case recently, asked we had delivered something. Guy claimed that we were not there to respond to the delivery, and we were there waiting the whole time. Said it again next day. We got our stuff because the platform made a gesture after 2 weeks of failed delivery. It's lazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she literally, I mean, when I was on the phone with her, she was like, I really can't find your apartment. I don't find the building number that you said it was. Like, okay, just go around to the front office. I'll wait for you there. And she pulled up in her little Sentra and opened the back door and was like, they're right there. I can't pick them up. I'm sorry. I'm like, no problem. It was kind of funny because, like I said, I'm pretty sure both of my kettlebells, which are 50 pounds each, probably weigh more than she did. I probably could have picked her up and curled her whole body. Anyway. Although she was kind of tall, so it would have been hard to do, like physically. Main view screen, unauthorized incoming signal. It's overriding us. Captain Janeway, we meet again. Still meddling, encouraging this malfunction. That's not a malfunction, it's freedom. Your sentimentality is predictable. You will cease this interference and return all corrupted units. And if I refuse, then your vessel and those you liberated will be corrected, collectively. Less than 1K points to finish up. Well, at this point, it wouldn't matter. Even if you guys didn't actually finish the challenge, it's going to happen Saturday anyway because it expires in like what, 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. So I'd be doing it this week anyway. Transwhip? Wow. So let me do that sound right. Transwhip. And then with the right person, you go. Transwarp conduit opening off our port bow. Borg cube emerging. Captain, we brought this upon you. A Borg cube is too powerful. We will return to the Queen. Your assistance has already liberated countless drones. Our sacrifice is a small price for their freedom and your escape. Choose, Janeway. Quick, we are not patient today. This is actually a critical decision. Let's see. This is obviously referring to Unimatrix Zero, I think. If I... So here's the thing, is if I disagree, and if I disagree with Malak's sacrifice, then I'm probably going to have to fight a Borg cube. I don't know that I'm able to do that. I don't know that I could fight a Borg cube unless I get help. Yeah, sure. Sacrifice the Borg. Valak, your courage is noted. Prepare your people for transport. Morale minus 400. Pfft, whatever. Deflector offline. What? Thank you, Captain, for showing us another way, even for a little while. Live well. 100x Borg left Voyager. Minus 1 Borg sphere ally. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's bad. Maybe my deflector went offline because one of the Borg was crewing it. I should fix that problem. Such pragmatism, Captain Janeway. Unexpected from you. It seems you are capable of learning. Until our paths inevitably converge again. The Borg cube, it's disengaging. You sanctioned their sacrifice. Yielded to a threat. Coward! You have buried their cause. Any hope for an uprising has been extinguished. Don't die. I'm not fighting a Borg cube, so I should be okay. Price of hope is steep. Valak's hope for a rebellion was lost, but the hope of us getting home was not. Sometimes the price of keeping one hope alive is the death of another. Oh, fuck, I lost so many rooms. Wow, okay, I got so much shit offline right now. Because I had so much crew. Okay, biolab. Okay, we gotta prioritize here. I have 7 crew. No, I have 51 crew. What? Why do I have 51 crew and so much offline shit? What the hell? Turn this shit back on. No, don't remove it. 46 spare crew. What the hell? Probably shut off these regeneration alcoves in if I don't have any Borg on board. 35. Switch on. Toggle power. But I got a hotkey for that. 14. Okay, let's wait on that one. 16 power for the metaphasic shield. Okay, let's do 16 for the metaphasic shield. Like that's, I'm looking at power, not people. 7 people. Is everything back online? I think it is. Wait, cargo bay. Battery compartments. Yeah, everything else is online. So, what the hell? Did I really have that much Borg crewing shit? Okay, whatever. So, anything I can upgrade? I know I'm upgrading the large hydroponics bay. I think I'm upgrading anything else. 1 of 10. 4 of 10. Okay, so I do have some Borg on board. 6 of 20. Well, there's only 6 of them in there. I'm going to dismantle these. I don't need these. I don't need these regeneration alcoves. They can all live up here. Yeah, 11 of 20. If I have less than 20 Borg, it doesn't matter. Okay. Are we alright over here? Sorry, I'm just making sure the connection's good. Idle crew replaced by Borgs that have now left. I guess so. I guess the Borg were crewing places, and the human crew or the non-Borg crew were just sitting on their asses. I mean, I still have 10 idle crew. I thought I was at maximum. I picked up more dudes than I realized. Not to mention, Krim, the Knights of the Round actually show up in Final Fantasy XIV, technically? That's awesome. Is it literally all 13 of them? Golf practice? Nice. Get that hole in one. Alright, I need some tritanium. Is there tritanium in any of these systems? Yes, there is. Engage warp engines. A whooshy whoosh. It's a full-on story fight too. It's not literally them, but it's clearly intended as an homage. Close enough to me then. Picture for reference. Okay. Hey, hello, Chris. See, we were talking about real names earlier. I hardly ever call Dirty Biscuits by anything other than his real name because his name was originally Your Dirty Thoughts. I didn't want to say that name every single time I talked to him. So he said, just call me Chris. I'm like, that works. Okay. Come on, show me the picture, damn it. Yeah, it really does look a lot like them. They look like half the... they half look like Knights of the Round. They half look like judges from Final Fantasy XII. Some of that armor makes it look like judges. Boss fight, 1 sec. Okay. Could have called him Uwu. I'd really rather not. He already makes enough sexual innuendos as it is. Even more than I do. Biolab, hydroponics bay. Can I make something big? Yeah, I can. It's called my dick. Cutting beam control room. Regeneration outcomes, don't need those. Combat, disruptor array. Damn, I need four spots. Could increase the shield generator. Phaser control room, also 4 slots. Technology. Hydroponics base, science lab. Food isn't really an issue. What are we're running on for food? Sick bay, that's not a terrible idea, but I still only have 4 slots. Maintenance. Engineering office, that's 3 spaces. Cargo bay. I hate the idea. I hate the idea of a cargo bay, but engineering office, more work teams. Yeah. I think I want to do that. Judges are actually in 14. I'm not surprised. It seems like Final Fantasy 14 is the Dissidia, the Dissidia version of an MMO. I think it got like everything referenced in there. There's an ultimate version of the Knights of the Round fight, and it's like the second hardest fight in the game. So it's a boss fight. It's a like a raid. Engineering offices are online. That's good. So now we don't need to do anything. The storm's effects are depleting our food reserves. How is the neutronic storm affecting our food? Huh? What? What? Oh, we are running off of replicator rations? Wow, okay. What if we went on normal food? How much will that draw? 82. And we're about to upgrade the hydroponics bay anyway. Okay, sure. Ultimate Rage is the highest tier difficulty in the game, 15 to 20 minute long gauntlets, usually 4 to 5 phases, 7 phases in the case of the Knights of the Round. As Voyager approaches the planet to collect resources, they're suddenly hailed by an approaching ship. The newcomers introduce themselves as Anari and offer to trade with the crew. Sure. As Voyager begins negotiations with the Anari, a suppressed frequency suddenly hails them. The callers, identified as Kraylor, a species currently at war with the Anari, they request secrecy and urgent help transporting vital medical supplies to their planet. The Kraylor, why does that sound familiar? Kraylor. Who are the Kraylor? Sounds very familiar. Voyager informs the Anari about the Kraylor. Gratefully, they reveal the Kraylor are not as helpless as they seem, and this medical transport is a disguised prototype of a cloaking device to be used in the war. In gratitude, the Anari donate resources to Voyager for setting out to stop the Kraylor. Okay, sure. And I got my 300 points of morale back from kicking off those board. So we're back to normal. Technically, there's 8 phases because there's a checkpoint after the true phase 1, so we're actually looking at 21 to 22 minutes for that fight. Alright, let's see if we can't load up on deuterium. My god, wow, 11,000? We have room for 11,000 deuterium. I need to stock up. I need to stock up on deuterium. Give me the big amount. Stay in the green, stay in the green, stay in the green. Close enough. This is a raid in MMO. Obviously, you have to learn every phase. Are you going to be doing early phases a lot? Yeah. Luckily, I mean, compared to what I've seen of Final Fantasy 14 raids, I actually think I would like I like the Destiny raids better because there's not that many phases to the boss fights, and once you complete at least like a certain phase, you get a checkpoint every time. Pretty much every boss fight in Destiny is. I mean, it's a multi-phase fight, but it's the same loop every time. You do the same stuff every time, and the thing is, you need to be as fast as possible in each loop, because after like the 3rd or 4th loop, the boss goes to enrage mode, and whatever his gimmick is that's supposed to instantly kill you, he triggers it automatically or more quickly when he's in enraged mode. Final fight for a Savage tier in 14 most of the time comes with a checkpoint after phase 1. And also, like I said, the raids of Destiny include like include a travel time, a jumping puzzle, you know, a boss fight, and then you go down and do another jumping puzzle, and you do another boss fight, and you do another jumping puzzle, you do another boss fight, or not really said jumping puzzle, but like a a transit puzzle, like you're trying to get from point A to point B. It's usually like a long walk. It was 72 days, and we're running on replicator rations. Never mind, running on food. Still 47 days running on replicator rations. That's really good. 47 days running on replicators. That's really good. Go get more anyway. Okay, we have room for like 4,000 more, and we can get tritanium out of this, which we need. Stay in the green, stay in the green, stay in the green. Aw, yellow. Poopy. It's 2,300 here? Holy shit. I plan on clearing all 7 of 14's ultimate raids. They're currently in the game. Obviously, I'll be streaming all of them. Go for it. Like 1,600, which isn't bad. We've actually broke 10,000. That's amazing. We're also getting 60 off of the waste assembler, and 4 out of the Musard collectors. Let's go ahead and grab this tritanium right here. Food and uranium. That might be a bad thing to go for before we leave the system. Green, 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 green. Poopy. Just food. Yeah, let's look at this food. 1,800 food. Large hydroponics bay is complete. Unavailable crew. Fuck me. Really? Wow, we actually got full storage. Okay, cool. All right, what's up? What's offline? Large hydroponics bay requires 12 people. All right. Well, what can we shut off then? I'm gonna shut off my torpedo bay for one. I have no torpedoes to launch. I could make some, but I'm not worried about it right now. We still need one more. Air shuttle's offline. Shuttle bay's offline, which is fine. And shut off the transporter room. I just need 1 point. I can shut off a battery compartment. Yeah, I'll shut off a battery compartment. Only one. And then give us this. Switch on. Okay. I am okay with that. Till we get some more crew. Okay with that. While gathering resources on a planetoid, scans discover hundreds of alien life signs in this area's settlement. They don't respond to Voyager's hails between rock and a hard place. Well, let's go check it out. Bahamut has a neat range mechanic in Phase 3. If you're intended to get him below 60% HP to meet the DPS check, but you don't instantly die if you don't get him below 60. While gathering resources on a planetoid, scans discover hundreds of alien life signs in the area settlement. They don't respond to Voyager's hails. They show no interest in contact, gather the uranium and move on. I'm not in getting that. Nah. Fuck them. They don't want to talk to us, I don't want to talk to them. Being antisocial has its advantages. Uranium, nah. Check all these systems before we head out. Oh, there's a fuck ton of deuterium over here. Instead, during the final phase, he gets a massive damage buff that requires perfect damage mitigation to not instantly die. Oh, shit. Ugh. Okay. What do I have for crew? Oh, I got Tubok back. Thank God. Okay. Shield hacking. And Balana. Yes. Alright, I'm good with these. Let's fuck these guys up. Target shields first.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
No torpedoes, but that's okay. Our phasers should do plenty, and our shields are amazingly good.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Should have had my workshop make torpedoes, though.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Nice.
Ability ready, Captain.
Forward shields are down on the
Enemy
probe.
shields destroyed, Captain.
Starboard shields are down as well. Almost destroyed.
Ability ready, Captain.
Nice.
Ability ready, Captain.
You stubborn Borg bastards. We're gonna pew-pew you until you can't stand any more pew-pews from us.
Enemy
You ain't
shields
assimilating
destroyed,
these nuts today, bitches!
Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Your shields are gone. Target the warp core. Blow them the fuck up.
To attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Boom, boom, baby. 270 deuterium. Take it. We've been hailed by a small vessel of refugees warning us about the dangers in this sector. They seem quite intrigued by our ship and have expressed interest in exchanging supplies for their journey or even joining us on ours. I actually do need crew, believe it or not. Let's start with the science points. I really need crew, so... 10 crew join Voyager. They'll need some Starfleet training and some time to familiarize themselves with our protocols, but their experience and knowledge will certainly prove valuable. Hell yeah. So now I can turn some shit on, right? Now that I've got some crew. Can I turn my torpedo bay back on? I can. And that means workshop needs to make me torpedoes. I can also turn this department on, this battery compartment on. Trades are okay, I guess, but I don't have enough crew for that. Yeah, everything that I really care about being on is on. Sweet shit. Alright. I cleared the second phase of the Knights of the Round fight to give an idea of how nuts these fights get. Remember, this is phase 1 of 7. Okay, we'll take some damage, but I don't think I think our deflector is going to prevent most of that damage from the storm. Alright, we got maximum tritanium now. What boss are you fighting, Chris? Pretty close to max on this. Let's get some more deuterium. We don't really need tritanium. We really don't, but, well. Why are we running on battery power? Hell. Okay, so we're drawing more than 500 power. Upgrade my shields. What does that increases 8 to 9? Okay, it wouldn't better. What could I shut off that I really don't want to shut off my torpedo bays? Guess I don't really need 2 engineering offices. What will upgrading do? Upgrading costs more energy. Of course it does. Actually, I turn both of these off. It'll be a perfect energy. Okay. I need to find something else to put there then that really doesn't cost much power. Boss level in Dark Tide? Nice, nice. Type where you, if you're not leveled up or do one thing wrong, you lose lose constantly, and I just keep getting bad randos. You gotta love that shit, don't you? Alright, well, we only need another 1,000 to max out our deuterium. Let's do it. Let's do it. Uh-oh. Battle stations! Reinforced Borg probe.
What are your orders, Captain?
Buck 'em up! That's my orders. Shields first.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
We are definitely more powerful than a Borg probe, even reinforced. I even got four torpedoes in my pocket.
Ability ready, Captain.
Losing your starboard shields.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Those shields will be down on that side.
Enemy shields destroyed.
Torpedo
Captain.
away.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Ooh, that was some good damage. Fuel. Damn. Nice. And we got 1,300 deuterium out of it, too. Make some more torpedoes. Voyager still adding stuff to this game. New classes arrived June 23rd. B-I-M-O. B-I-M-O.
Oh my god.
B-I-M-O. And BMO is her name.
Krim.
Hi, BMO. How you doing? What you up to? We have 100 days. Okay. We are not full on uranium, but we can remedy that. 224, 272. Dilithium? Oh, yes, please. Always could use dilithium. Stay in the green. Thank you. Alright, I think I've exhausted this system. Let's mosey. Just chill after a long, hot day at work. We were talking about, we were talking about you earlier and how you're...
Along, Lieutenant Tuvok. A sensor sweep of this sector.
You, Beam, are one of my, one of the people that came over with me when I moved from Facebook to Twitch. Have been with me ever since.
The crew
like Josh and Jose and all them.
And hope.
88 all day?
The
Oh, that's cute, Chris.
Data confirming its classification.
Get back to me when it's over 110.
Coordinates.
Or 110
While in earlier years,
index.
I would have categorized such a reaction.
Legit though,
as
I understand that's
illogical.
fucking hot. I wouldn't want to be in that
I now
either.
understand the presence of hope, even if not strictly logical, is a natural emotional response. During the senior staff briefing, the captain posed the question, what if this truly is a wormhole leading to the Alpha Quadrant? My initial assessment categorizes what-if scenarios as inefficient, hypothetical exercises. However, Captain encouraged further contemplation. Professionally, my primary directive would be the submission of a complete, coherent data protocol to Starfleet Command, alongside aiding Captain Janeway in advocating for the former Maquis and Borg crew members during their Federation review. Personally, the reestablishment of my roles as husband and father after 7 years of separation would necessitate a rational and patient approach to reintegration. Should our journey now conclude, I would not categorize it as time ill-spent. My personal development, both intellectual and experiential, has been considerable, and my analysis indicates I appear to have lost my train of thought. A momentary lapse. I must address this anomaly. The captain has ordered a course to investigate the nebula.
This is the nebula that makes you see what you want to see, all your best, all your like deepest desires and everything that you want. But it draws you in like a Venus flytrap and eats you. It makes you think that you're, in the case of Voyager, it makes everybody see a wormhole home to the Alpha Quadrant, and when you go into it, it eats your ship. The humidity here is insane. It's like suffocating every time you step outside. Yeah, that's what it's like down here after, we were just talking about that BMO as well. It was like, that's like that down here after like the rains we've been having, and then going out the next morning. I get in the car, get to work, and I'm like, I gotta go get a napkin and like wipe myself off. I feel sticky and gross. Like I just walked through a big old pile of honey. 110 degrees, you die. Alaska gets hotter than Texas, closer to the sun. Pain. Fucking hell. I gotta pee, chat. I'll be right back. Too much water. I dare you to answer this trivia question correctly. Can you do it? Do you have the knowledge? Let's find out. It's time for Commander Krim's video gaming trivia. Type your answers in the chat. The correct response will be revealed in 30 seconds. Did anybody give BMO a shout out when she came in? Besides Scarlet Auto doing it? Okay, Darth did. All right. I just want to make sure. I was pretty sure you're pretty sure you did. I wanted to be sure. I wanted to make sure, be sure, you know. Got your emotes back? Nice.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. A sensor sweep just detected a possible wormhole in a nearby nebula. Yeah, you heard that right. A potential ticket home. The crew is practically bubbling over it, though our esteemed chief of security, the old stickler, is of course muttering about absence of empirical data and no terminal coordinates, but even he's got a flicker of hope. What if this truly is a wormhole leading to the Alpha Quadrant? After 7 years on this roller coaster, I started making peace with the idea that this whole journey would take a few more decades. And if all this really ended tomorrow, first item on the agenda, my parole review. I would need to remind the captain to put in a good word for me. She promised. But seriously, I think it would be the inevitable showdown with my old man. I'd even be happy to see him. I actually have hope. Real hope that we can finally turn things around. I mean, how many Starfleet admirals can boast a son who's a tragically lost ace pilot hero and future best-selling holo novel author? After that, I'm thinking of officially rejoining Starfleet. My vision? Starfleet star pilot, testing the newest models, breaking the Warp 10 barrier. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? It's not like I'd turn into a lizard or something. Then a proper victory tour. Tell all the cadets about our adventures in the Delta Quadrant. Sign some autographs and a mandatory
reference to that episode.
Maybe with
like the worst episode ever.
It's been quite a ride to get to this point. And honestly, without a shred of irony, it's been the best thing ever happened. I sometimes wonder about the version of Tom Paris that would exist if I'd said no to Captain Janeway back then. Probably just a loser and a drunk. Probably. Anyway, we're on course to investigate the nebula. Wish us luck.
Yeah, what could go wrong? Fuck the homelessness, the homesickness. Alright. Scan all this shit. We get some crew, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Start with the crew, because we kind of need that. Torpedoes crafted, nice. Settlement or classic planet. The population appears to be bored with their technology as primitive and they are not connected to the collective. It seems a small group of stranded and listed objective for years may have useful information. Shit. Guess I can get some ex-Borg. Ex-Borg refused the offer, preferring their independence. Good, I didn't want them anyway. I have to make alcoves again. I ain't got no time for that shit. We actually don't need any resources right now. Except for maybe some food, which we can get right here. Sure. Let's mosey. What can we hold? 2,200? Yeah, we actually got more than we needed. Okay. Check out the sector. Probably no goodies. Oh, there's dilithium there. That's actually a really good goodie. How much can we hold? 200. We have 180. I have 521 research points that I'm not using. I need to fix that really fucking quick. Combat. Tier 5. Unlock Tier 5. Yeah, start with that. Shit. 500 research points. I'm just letting it sit there and waste away. There we go, Captain Dumbass. Repair station? Cool, that's good to know. Somehow it's still a level 3 threat, even though we haven't encountered anything. You know, if the Borg's still chasing us, I mean, they probably are. They're probably still very, very pissed. You know, we gave them their shit back. Research points, okay. So much deuterium, god damn. Not complaining, just shocked. Okay, oh, didn't mean to turn that off. Oops. We don't really need anything right now. We are hunky dory. So let's mosey. Engage warp drive. Whoosh! Yeah, your mom's an ion storm. Captain, our scans of the nebula are inconclusive due to unnatural interference. Cloak Voyager? How the hell did we get a cloaking device? Audwar targeting technology. We didn't get that because we didn't get the Quad War crew. We don't have the Dreadnought AI either. We're just going to fly right in because, you know, fuck it. This isn't our first nebula. We're going in blind, unfortunately. That's a lot of Borg cubes. Captain, multiple Borg vessels directly ahead. I advise immediate retreat. I wholeheartedly agree. Too late. A Borg sphere is already on direct intercept course. We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Battle stations. It's just a sphere. Better than a cube.
What are your orders, Captain?
Buck it up. Go for shields first.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Take your time.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Shields are holding. Got to order 5 more torpedoes built. Hello, Riker. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm like, what?
Ability ready, Captain.
Out of range. Okay. I'm trying.
Ability ready, Captain.
Taking on a cube. Oh, taking on a
Ability ready,
sphere.
Captain.
Shields are down, so we should be able to break the rest of their shields. Save my torpedoes until I'm sure I'm on a unshielded side.
Ability ready, Captain.
Torpedo away. Bam! Got him. Yep, Borg sphere. Captain, I recommend immediate retreat. The other Borg vessels likely have detected... Captain, massive energy surge, closing fast. Brace for impact. We are being forced out of the nebula. Well, that was a scenic route to nowhere. No damage to the hull, at least. We're outside the nebula, exactly where we started. That turned out differently than I expected. Let's just... Any thoughts on those energy spikes? It is logical to assume the Borg are safeguarding something of value. It is a deliberate effort to repel intruders. Whatever they're guarding isn't worth our lives. Helm, get us out of here. Keep exploring the sector. 10 Endgame? Seriously. Endgame? We're really on the last chapter? Okay. Ale. Oh, before I forget, almost forgot torpedoes. So grab the dilithium, because why not? You want to go? Yeah, mosey. Sorry for the loss of about 400 frames, chat. Might want to refresh your streams so you're caught up on... There's no delay. Combat tier 5, alright. Shield generator level 3. Tractor beam level 3. Can we increase our phaser attack power? Disruptor controller. I should have installed that instead. Basic control room level 3. Yeah, do that. How much, you know... I don't need these engineering offices. I have plenty of work crews. Grab this dilithium. Grab all 12 of them. Nice. Titanium. Sure. Well, food's a little more important. Yeah, titanium. We got plenty of food. Engineering office dismantled. I bet I cannot build a disruptor control room 4. I knew it's 4 slots. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Then what do you say we build crew quarters up here? We're going to put crew quarters here. Once this is built, we're going to dismantle this one, and we'll put the disruptor down here. $99. I'm shocked that we're already at the end of the game. Unless there's more coming after Janeway's older twin shows up. Stay here. Nice. We were at 100%. Oh, we were... But shit. But we didn't get any because we were full. Okay, end game. Alright. Captain, I have detected a spontaneous anomaly in close proximity to Voyager. It is emitting a high-intensity tachyon burst, characteristic of a temporal rift. The swirling anomaly appears on the view screen, bathing the bridge in a mysterious cyan glow. The crew holds its breath. If it really is a temporal rift, where does it lead? It is destabilizing. I am detecting Nadion discharges, possibly weapons fire. The signature is Klingon. Something's emerging. Yep, that would be it. Recalibrate your deflector to emit an anti-tachyon pulse and seal that rift. It's usually considered polite to introduce yourself before you start giving orders. I outrank you, Captain. Now do it. Can I fight the Klingons here? I'm not going to seal the rift. Hold for now. Another vessel is emerging. Klingon Vorcha attack cruiser? Or Negvar attack cruiser? No, that's a Negvar, yep. That's a Negvar attack cruiser. Just as swirling rift begins to collapse, a Klingon warship bursts through, instantly opening fire on Voyager. Incoming! Battle stations! Okay, it wasn't Negvar. Ha! Called it! You! I know my Klingon ships,
What are your orders, Captain?
It may be a Klingon battleship, but I am Starship Voyager. I am the Voyager. I am USS Voyager. We gonna fuck yo shiz up. You ain't clawing your way out of this, bitch.
Captain.
I would never thought you'd actually fight a Klingon
Ability
in
ready,
Star Trek
Captain.
Voyager. That's great. That is insane. Although, realistically, well, as realistic as Star Trek gets, I wouldn't want to put an Intrepid class up against a Navar battleship. No, I really wouldn't.
Ability ready, Captain.
Damn, look how much damage we already dealt to him. We have already disabled him. Klingon ship neutralized. Seems like I have a lot of explaining to do. Beam her aboard. Welcome, Admiral. I see you still have fresh coffee. You like a cup? I gave it up. A lot's happened to me since I was you. Shouldn't be listening to details about the future. Oh, the almighty temporal prime directive. Take my advice. It's less of a headache if you just ignore it. Why are you here, Admiral? I've come to tell you to take Voyager back into that nebula. It's our best ticket home. It was crawling with board, you know that. Which is why I've brought technology that'll get us past them. Captain, we must consider the possibility of deception. She could be a member of Species 8472 or another entity in disguise. It's good to see your diligence remain sharp, Tuvok. The doctor will find my genetic markers are identical to yours, Captain, merely advanced in years. Ooh, this is different. Have Tuvok confirm the Admiral's identity through the mind meld. Yeah, I'm going with that one. Hang on one second here. Okay. No need for the doctor. We've got a quicker method. Failure? What the fuck? 75 plus 15, you failed? I cannot definitively verify her identity or the authenticity of her memories. Alright then, never mind. Doctor, meet us in sickbay. A time traveler? This should be fascinating. Research Admiral Janeway's medical data in the science lab. What the fuck? Heinrich, what? That can wait 7 days. I want to get this. I want my phasers upgraded before I have to fight anything. I don't know. I don't really need any resources. I really, really don't. So we can just keep our deuterium topped off. I just need to kill 7 days. Okay, enter ship. That's ready. Dismantle this one. This is level 2, right? Yeah, this is level 2. So we need to upgrade this one. Then once that's done, we can put a disruptor down there. Now. Weapons. Disruptor array to control room. High damage to shields, but low damage to hull. Okay. Crew quarters complete. We don't need 2,000, but sure. Hello, retired firefighter. Happy Wednesday. How you doing? How's everything going with you? No issues, I hope. The nebula was in this system. Yeah, it's right here. Phase control room level 3, complete. Disruptor control room level 2. Search that. And let's upgrade the disruptor control room right there. Okay, phasers. Upgrade. Phasers. Second phaser array, where is it? Cool. All right. You can upgrade this biolab. I think we're good. We don't need to upgrade anything else. You still put it on Friday? Nice, nice. Glad to hear you're also feeling really well, considering how much shit you seem to have gone through lately. Okay, so it's offline, and we'll draw 9 power out of it if we activate it. Okay, what can we shut off then? We're about to get a huge boost in phasers, so I wonder if we don't really need to have 2 phaser control rooms. Draws 5 power. How much did this draw? Draws 9. Okay. If we shut off 2 engineering offices, it still leaves us with a lot of work crew left. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to toggle power. Oops. Whoops. What to do? Toggle power. Toggle power. And turn on split disruptor array. As soon as we research it, we can upgrade it. Biolab is complete. Requires 11 energy. Okay, which is not a big deal. We can leave that off for now. We have plenty of research, or plenty of things. That's being upgraded. These control rooms are upgraded. Our phasers have got more punch to them. It's going to increase our energy reserves, energy use by 2 points. Okay, it's alright. Boosh, that's done. Upgrade that. Missing resources. What? 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 Darn it. Yes, I get it. Ion Storm, I fucking understand. Get as much as we can. Works. Now back into the ship. And upgrade this now. Cool. We have no research. We can research the Admiral's shit now. We need more torpedoes, please. Science Lab researched Admiral Janeway. Okay. Good on everything for now. We need some duranium. We need duranium. Duranium. Okay. We're now closed the port. Cool. We're in good shape. So we'll get a little more duranium. Disruptor array is upgraded. We're pretty much at maximum power at this point. I'm pretty sure we are in a really good shape offensively and defensively. I don't think I need to upgrade the control room any further. Shield generator, regenerative shielding. Ooh, that actually is that doesn't require anything. Increases maximum hull integrity by 150. And then we'll get this one afterwards. Alright. What's the verdict, Doctor? My scans indicate the two of you are genetically identical. The Admiral is you approximately 26 years from now. The exact vintage is 2404. Well, Captain, anything I can tell you to ease your mind? Ask her about how she brought Voyager home. Voyager's home. I'm an Admiral. Why tamper with the timeline? What happened to... I shouldn't be listening to all the details about the future. Inquire further, because I am a nosy bitch. I'm following your advice and ignoring the Temporal Prime Directive. If you don't do what I'm suggesting, it's going to take you another 16 years to get this ship home, and there are going to be casualties. People you care about. Ask more about who will die. Tell me who. If we're prepared, we could prevent it. Even I have to draw the line somewhere. It's best you don't carry that weight. Okay. I know the answer, but we'll just let that go. As for the Klingon vessel. That Klingon warship was firing on you. Why? What did you do to provoke them? Let's just say I had to borrow a device from the Klingons to make this journey, Captain. The costs they demanded were unacceptable. That's vague. What's inside the nebula? You didn't come all this way without a reason. As I said, your ticket home. A wormhole leading straight into the Alpha Quadrant. Brought the technology. You said you brought technology. Care to specify? Shielding and weaponry designed to counter the Borg. With a little work, they can be adapted to fit Voyager. A blade of armor unlocked the combat tech tree. Damn! This gives us an edge against the Borg. We'll take it. 9. Prepare the plans for integration. Hell yes. Craft 25 torpedoes. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I've got some work to do. I'm working on it. Break those torpedoes, please. 25. Son of a bitch. Research a blade of armor in the tech tree. Well, we need the goo first. I think Chris is fighting bosses, so he may not be reading the chat. Ambush! Oh no, a Borg sphere.
What are your
Ready
orders,
for battle. Engage the Borg sphere. Target something I can squish easily. Target the shields.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Prepare to blow it the fuck up.
Ability ready, Captain.
Hey, hold on one sec. I need... damn it. There we go.
Ability ready, Captain.
I wasn't using the disruptor.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
And we are draining the fuck out of those shields. I'm glad I got that disruptor. Holy fuck. We are wrecking house.
Ability ready, Captain.
Works for me. Alright. Let's get some more tritanium. Five torpedoes crafted. Nice. Okay. Make some more torpedoes. Oh, right there. Make some more torpedoes. Thank you. Combat. Blade of armor. Where is that going to be? Combat tech tree. Where's the blade of armor? Oh, it's way up in tier 1? Really? Still needs 200 research points. Holy shit. Let's go get this food. Food's okay, but we can get some more. Preventative shielding is done. Let's work on the ablative armor. 14 days. It'll take 2 weeks to research ablative armor. It's going to take 2 weeks to research something that took them 16 years to make. Alright, we just need one more torpedo. Crafting those torpedoes. The pew-pews. Pew-pew bang-bangs. Get some deuterium. $2,500. Morale minus 200. Eh. Craft transphasic torpedoes in the workshop? Shit. Transphasic torpedoes. Okay. Fuck. Gonna be stomping some ass here shortly. Blade of armor researched. Now we just need those torpedoes. Enhanced structural integrity field. Reduces chance of rooms getting damaged in combat by 25%. Really isn't an issue considering our shields have been holding out really well. Increases morale bonus for replicator rations by +5. Sure, I got the research, might as well. Nice. 89 days of power. Return to the nebula to fight your way through the wormhole. You know, sometimes some women just are so stubborn, you gotta fight your way through that wormhole. A Borg sphere. Oh no.
What are your orders, Captain?
Let's blow him the fuck up. Let's just focus. You know what? Let's just go straight to the warp core. Let's go straight to the warp core with all the weaponry we have.
Ability ready, Captain.
And we're actually armored. Look at our ship. It's actually armored.
Ability ready, Captain.
We are shredding through their shields.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shield ability ready, Captain.
27 HP. We barely lost any hull. All right. Oh. Enhanced quality replicators 1. Oh, well, that would have been nice to have had way before when I was having trouble with food balance. Okay, well. Caution, you're about to commit to a major story arc. This path will require your full attention for some time, and you may not be able to return to previous activities. Advance when ready. This is a point of no return for the entire game. Guarantee it. I mean, this episode is called Endgame, and it was the last episode of the show. So this is really the end. Okay, I was expecting more. I thought there was going to be more to it. I mean, according to the map, we're almost completely out of the Delta Quadrant anyway, so I guess it makes sense. All of our resources should be full, so let's go. Continue. Here we go. Alright, time to give the Admiral's gifts a proper field trial. Helm, take us in. Oh, that's cool. A blade of armor. Captain, a Borg cube is emerging from the nebula. Voyager, a speck against the colossal bulk of the Borg cube guarding the entrance to the mysterious nebula. Against such a behemoth of the collective, resistance would indeed be futile. Their weapon systems are offline. They appear to be waiting. What's their game? We're being hailed, Captain Janeway, and an iteration from your future advanced to the rank of Admiral. Admiral, yes. Apparently repeatedly thwarting the Borg Queen does wonders for your resume. I suppose I owe you for that. Arrogance, a constant in your temporal iterations, Janeway. Your future technology is irrelevant. It will not protect you. Attempt to access our nebula again and your vessel will be eradicated. Consider this your final warning. Why is she so fiercely protective? Her reasons are irrelevant. She won't be able to deliver on those threats. A nebula is the only way forward. The Queen is not bluffing, Captain. This decision is too grave. It affects every single person on this ship, and I believe they should have a voice in how we proceed. The Captain alone decides how to the nebula engage the cube. The Captain alone decides we will find another way home. Well, as I've said, we're trying to go through this the non-canon way. Heading into the cube, heading into the nebula is how they get home. So should I ask the opinions? We will find another way home. Let's see what happens. This is the non-canon route. The risk is too great. You got Voyager home, which means I will too. It takes a few more years. 16 years. 16 years of relentless battles, sacrifices, and loss. We didn't even do the year of do the year of hell. We completely skipped the year of hell. The battles against the Krim. I believe this crew will endure. This crew will break. Tuvok will succumb to a degenerative illness that will rob him of his mind, something easily treated back home. Tom will grow reckless, feigning immortality. He'll crash a shuttle and end up a cripple. Okay. Harry's optimism is spark. It'll erode. He'll make it home, but the real Harry, the one we know, will be forever lost in the Delta Quadrant. You'll become obsessed with reaching Earth at any cost, risking lives, alienating the crew, taking chances. You will make it home, but the victory will be empty without them by your side. You will regret it forever. We're going to stay with the non-canon route. We're going to stay with the non-canon route. I've heard enough. These hypothetical futures don't define us. We'll find another way. I didn't come back from 2404 to watch you gamble everything away. Your crew's lives are at stake. You came back to protect the future, Admiral. I'm protecting the present. I'll live with the consequences. That decision, not just your mistake, it condemns every soul on this ship. You'll understand what consequences truly mean when there's no one left to share the silence with. I've made my decision. My primary concern is the safety of this crew. We are not entering that nebula. Even with the Admiral's future tech, the Borg Queen's warning was too precise. She knew. She was waiting. Charge in would be a waste of everything we've worked for. And that grim future the Admiral told us about, it doesn't define us. We don't have to be afraid of it. We'll find another way home. We always do. Rest assured. Captain, with all due respect, I thought we'd at least discuss it first. We have the new defenses, the torpedoes. Are you kidding? We're at the finish line finally, and you just shut it down? We were ready. You didn't even ask for our input. This is exactly what happened on day one, isn't it, Captain? Another one of your decisions trapping us. We have a chance we never had before. That's enough. Captain's made her decision. We'll stand by it as we always have. They should trust you, no questions asked. I'm not asking you to agree with me, but now isn't the time for second guessing. Trust me. It's not that easy, Captain. I mean, home was right there. How do we just let that go? Personally, I think a choice as big as this one deserves second guessing, Captain. You've earned our trust before, Captain, because you always listened. This time, you didn't, and it was the biggest call yet. I know this isn't what you wanted, and it wasn't easy for me either. I hope you'll forgive me eventually, but right now we have one job, getting home safely. Let's focus on that. Admiral's Log, Catherine Janeway. The year is 2404. Many years have passed since Voyager's return, and I find myself compelled to record a final reflection on my going too fast. We had turned our backs on the nebula, the Borg Queen's warning still echoing in our ears, and began our journey home. 16 years of relentless suffering and loss. I had dismissed my future self's warnings, yet they became our chilling reality. The dream of home receded, isolation's crushing weight consumed us, shaping me into a captain I now despise. After those brutal years, we gambled on a perilous, unstable subspace corridor. The violent passage left our ship battered, but delivered us to Earth's doorstep. We then soared through Earth's atmosphere, breaking clouds over the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco Bay. While fireworks erupted below, cheers and tears mingled on the bridge for the living and the dead. As I looked into the faces of my crew, all those who remained, I only then grasped the true price we had paid. The fading logic. Mid-journey, Tuvok began showing signs of a degenerative neurological disease, shattering his logic long before we reached Earth. His condition relentlessly worsened, leaving him isolated in chaotic thoughts. He now remains isolated in lonely quarters, where I visit him every Sunday, knowing a cure was possible, and we returned home sooner. The demon within. Years of isolation had intensified B'Elanna's Klingon temper. Convinced she was a danger, she stole a shuttle and vanished without a trace. Back on Earth, I realized she had no anchor to hold her, something I could have changed had I not been so utterly focused on the path home. Wow. Molded by the void, the endless journey stripped Harry's hope and optimism from him. His command mirrored my own grim obsession, an unyielding drive for the homeward voyage. Back on Earth, he eventually earned his captaincy. The Harry we once knew was lost to a cold, pragmatic man, forever molded by the Delta Quadrant. The pilot's fall. Frustration had led Tom to reckless choices. A shuttle crash had left him permanently crippled, fueling daily bitterness and regret over the pilot he once was. Back on Earth, he left Starfleet, drowning his bitterness in alcohol, not synthahol, seeking refuge in holodeck adventures to live the life he'd lost. The corrupted healer. I felt relieved that the doctor returned unharmed, yet I feared his true self was lost in the Delta Quadrant, his mind scarred by every life he couldn't save. His brilliance led to unparalleled medical advancements at Starfleet Medical. Still, his work consumed him, a bitter, cold genius driven by unspoken failures. The Savior's downfall. Neelix had developed a reckless savior complex, which ultimately wore him down, leaving him isolated. On Earth, his loneliness became unbearable. One day, he quietly set off to find other Talaxians. I never heard from him again. Endgame. Don't risk entering the Borg Nebula and find another way home. The true cost rests heavily upon me. I am haunted by the past, by every decision, and burdened by an unbearable guilt for the countless lives lost on that endless voyage. Self-forgiveness remains beyond my grasp. I brought them home, yes, but for what? Now I understand. Admiral Janeway's desperate act to change our past, but to begin again, risk it all once more, is it worth it? Or should I let the past rest? End log. Bad end number 2. In alcohol? Oh no, yeah. alcohol, not synthahol. He's like, fuck the fake shit. I actually want to get drunk on real shit. TLDR, everyone is doomed. Well, what you might have missed, Darth, if you were away, was Janeway's future self got in one timeline. Janeway got Voyager home, but it took her 16 years after the events that we already had been in. You were here for it? Okay, I didn't know if you saw that or not. So yeah, it's and so we chose the non-canon route, staying with what we did with Janeway, or we ended up eventually becoming Admiral Janeway anyway. I wonder if I can do the regular route again. I need to pee again, so I'll let this run for a minute. When I come back, we'll see if I can do the better end, I guess. One of the rare Star Trek episodes I saw. It's one of the best ones. It really is. Endgame is really, really good. Jiangwei? Okay. Hello, I'm Commander Krim, here to tell you about a new service available to you from Crimson Enterprises, the Professional Negotiation and Interrogation System, the Penis. With our Penis, we will perform a deep investigation of any individual you find suspicious. Our Penis will learn everything you need to know and keep you up to date on every finding while keeping your involvement completely anonymous. The experience of our Penis will ensure firm and vigilant results, delivering an explosion of information juice ripe with every drop of data available. We guarantee our Penis will finish strong or your money back. As a town sheriff, I use the Penis to make sure everybody done the right thing and nobody's doing stuff they shouldn't.
Well, you see, I was kind of afraid to try out the Penis because I was afraid my girlfriend Christina was cheating on me, you know? But I learned she'd been totally honest, except about the part where she used to be Christopher. I used the Penis to find out where my husband Carl went every night. Come to find out he'd been out back in the bar sleeping with Carol. I knew that Carol was up to something, and I always wondered why my Carl's smelled like manure. Thanks to the Penis, now I know why our youngest calf has a human head.
So, come take a look at what our Penis can offer you today. That's the Professional Negotiation and Interrogation System. Call today at 555-816-PENIS or check out our website at penisinvestigations.log. Not affiliated with Topographical Investigation Technology Services. Okay, so we got the immediately good ending, which is in the very beginning of the game, you choose not to destroy the array. You choose to use it to return to the Alpha Quadrant, which skips literally the entire series. And then we got the bad end, which is Captain Janeway turns into grungy, moody adult Janeway, with everybody being in poor spirits and beaten up and worn out by the experience. In the original show, Seven of Nine and Chakotay hook up, they get together, but something happens on the journey home, and Seven of Nine gets killed, and the loss of Seven completely shatters Chakotay's will to continue. He becomes a broken man after that loss. It's kind of funny how they're like, you didn't even talk to us. Well, in this particular playthrough, we're kind of out of luck on that one. Seven of Nine took a shuttle, I think because she was drawn to it by her mother's, or I should say her parents' old ship. In one of the episodes of Voyager, like somehow, I forget exactly, her childhood kind of comes back into play, and the ship she was on when her and her parents were assimilated by the Borg. Actually, let me back up on that. Her parents were researching the Borg by themselves on their own ship, and they eventually got caught, and all three of them were assimilated. Somehow or another, Seven is drawn back to the Raven, which is the name of their ship, the USS Raven. And in this game, she left Voyager on a shuttle to go to the Raven, but we let her go. We didn't try to stop her. And I guess she never came back, or we never let her come back, or well, whatever, because we lost Seven of Nine to crap. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a really stupid fucking idea. It was a really fucking bad idea. I mean, they were like, we know how to, we have ways to divert Borg sensors. We've got, deflector arrays that keep us from being detected. And they managed to follow a Borg cube and study it for a very long time. Even beamed aboard a Borg cube and studied the Borg there. It didn't entirely work though, because yeah, Annika Hansen and the Hansen parents became... Comet fell. You okay? Are you done being a dumbass? Not being like your dad. Don't be a dumbass. And, yeah, all three of them got assimilated. And, Annika grew up literally as a Borg. So she had no, trying to say it like this, she had no childhood. I mean, she was like, I don't know, probably 5 or 6. So she literally grew up a Borg. Like father, like son. Yeah, you got a point. So yeah, I as far as this goes, we lost the opportunity to see anything regarding Voyager, regarding Seven of Nine at all. Additionally, even if Seven was still on board this particular playthrough, you see this guy right here over here on the left side of the screen? This is Chakotay's replacement. Earlier in the playthrough, I forget exactly when and where, but Chakotay and Janeway had a disagreement, and we had the option of putting Chakotay in the brig, or for a short amount of time, or basically kick him off the ship. And we went boosh. I kicked him off. So now he's replaced by this guy. So even if we had Seven on board, if they were going to have that romance between Seven and Chakotay, it wouldn't happen this time because we don't have Chakotay. Okay, we're going to get hailed by the Borg Queen. Let's do this. All senior officers to the bridge. This is an important decision to be made together. Before we make a move, I want to hear from all of you. What are your thoughts? I see the risks, Captain, but the final choice is yours, and I'll stand by it. The risks are significant. A measured approach, even if it is longer, is the most logical decision. This shortcut is strategically the most effective course of action. We've made it through worse. We go in and finish what we started. This is what we've all been hoping for, isn't it? A real chance to finally see Earth. We've beaten the odds before. Who says we won't do it again? Earth. Finally, access to proper medical databases, research facilities, and perhaps a holiday in Florence. I say we go in, Captain. If it gets this crew home happy, Captain, and Earth gets a taste of my Leola root stew, I say go for it. Okay, well. We chose the bad ending. Let's choose the final ending, the canon ending. They've come too far to back down. Battle stations. Let's give them a taste of 2404. Really? Borg cube rated only 114? Really? Shit, I am going to wipe the floor with this cube at 314 attack power?
What do you
Shit. I'm gonna blow this fucking thing to smithereens.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
The Queen's cube, no less. I mean, yeah, I guess it probably is, but actually, I don't know.
Ability ready, Captain.
I mean, the Queen can just communicate through any Borg vessel, so I highly doubt she would be using a cube. Second of all, the Borg's vessel herself, she uses a diamond.
Ability ready, Captain.
So, and even if she didn't use a diamond and she did use a cube, there are much larger, more powerful capital vessels for the Borg. The Queen wouldn't just use any Borg cube. Damn, look at the damage we've already dealt. I haven't even fired a torpedo yet. Fuck! Holy shit! The Borg cube has been neutralized with surprising efficiency. All other approaching Borg vessels are retreating. Neutralized? I mean, I would call it blown the fuck up. I wouldn't call it neutralized. It's like saying, well, he got hit by a bus and was deceased. But what actually happened is his body exploded into meat chunks. He sneezed into oblivion. Basically, didn't I promise as much? It appears the Queen is reassessing our current tactical superiority. We should anticipate rapid adaptation. But let's not give him the chance. Helm, full impulse forward. I would keep that ablative armor on, just saying. Helm, alter course to enter the aperture at coordinates 346 by 42. Captain, relay that order. What the hell is that thing? The road home. It's more than that. It's a transwarp hub, one of 6 in the galaxy. It allows the Collector to deploy vessels almost anywhere in the galaxy. You knew this was here. Why didn't you tell me about it? I'll answer all your questions once we're back in the Alpha Quadrant. That hub is a strategic weapon, Admiral. Leaving it operational means the Borg remain a dominant threat. The structure is supported by a series of interspatial manifolds. Theoretically, if we disable enough of them, we could cripple the Borg's transwarp network. A waste of time. The Queen regulates the manifold's shields. You might destroy 1 or 2 before she adapts. Every second you hesitate gives the Borg time to analyze our advantages. This is your only window. Enter the aperture. That transwarp hub is a danger to the entire galaxy. As Starfleet, our duty is clear. We have to destroy it, or it'll come back to haunt us. Another branch. Don't destroy the hub and enter the aperture. Go home. For the good of the galaxy, reject shortcut and retreat. Plan to destroy the hub. Okay. Well, again, 1 is canon, so let's see what 2 is. Helm, take us out of the nebula. That hub is a threat we have to deal with. 16 years. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, this is the same. This is the same choice. Okay. So if we do this, we'll end up getting the bad ending again. They're encircling us. Do you truly believe my warning was idle, Captain? Your future technology is impressive, yes, but ultimately insignificant. We will assimilate your gifts, and then we will assimilate you. Battle stations. A sphere and a probe. Pfft, sure.
What are your orders, Captain?
Well, first thing, we're going to target the probe. We're going to go straight for the warp core. We're not going to fuck around here.
Starboard side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Cool, we still see the armor on. That's great.
Ability ready, Captain.
Man, we already got the probe. Shit, I didn't hit it that hard.
Ability ready, Captain.
And we are dealing a fuck ton of damage.
Ability ready,
even
Captain.
with the shields up. We're doing a lot of damage through the shields. Captain, sensors are picking up another vessel. One tactical cube, heavily armed. This, Darth, is what I was talking about. This is more likely something the Queen would be in if she's not in her tetrahedron. Or diamond. That configuration is the Queen's personal command vessel. Be advised, engagement will be unlike anything we've faced before. We can still reach that hub. Do you really want my future for your crew? There's more at stake. We need to neutralize this hub for good. Fight the Queen and go home. I'm going to assume that if we do this one, then we just get the bad ending again. So I'm just going to go ahead and fight the Queen. There's no point in us having to go through all this again just to continue this branch. So nah, I'm gonna do it. Helm disengage. You can't be serious. You can't destroy your only way home. Leaving it intact condemns countless others. It's our duty, Admiral. What about your duty to this crew? 16 years of loss, remember? 16 years of lost despair, death. Listen to what the crew wants, okay? 7 years ago, destroying the caretaker's array was my choice, and mine alone. This one we'll make together. What do you choose? No one wants to go home more than I do, but maybe it's not just about the destination. If doing what's right means our journey takes longer, I say we do it. This is the only crew I'd want to be on that journey with. To the journey, then. Let's make it an interesting one. Earth is not my home. This crew, this vessel, is. Therefore, the transwarp hub's destruction is a secondary concern from my perspective. I say we blow up that hub and wipe that smug look off the Queen's face. That satisfaction alone is worth a longer trip home. As Starfleet officers, our primary duty is to protect the Federation. Destroying that transwarp hub is the only logical and ethical choice of action. We destroy it. Period. Wow. Okay. That's definitely an interesting view. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm glad I made that choice. Let's see what this does. You heard them, Admiral. We are a family, a single unit. Our target is the transwarp hub, and we will destroy it. This is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. Perhaps, but for now we catch our breath and figure out how we're going to destroy a transwarp hub. Huh. Okay, that's definitely. I'm glad I went with that route. I thought it was going to immediately go into basically bad end. Okay. All right. Well, let's gather some shit. We don't really need much shit because we got a lot of shit. Our shit's pretty packed. Dilithium is always good. Even though we're almost at max. Food. Yeah, let's top off on some food. You-whoosh! We had to leave dilithium behind. Okay. 145 research points. What can we research? There's probably a different bad ending rewarding you for your democratic approach. Yeah. Yeah, possibly. Combat, science, waste disassembler, brew. I need to just research stuff that's just going to be a general boost because I don't have enough power to actually get any further upgrades that require me to upgrade areas. Full reinforcement. Let's do that. That's just a straight upgrade. Uranium, I guess we can grab that. We just have 2 more days. Could be. Okay. Phone call. So, how do we go about destroying the transwarp hub? Disabling enough manifolds would collapse it, but the Queen's shielding and adaptation make direct assault problematic. Sounds to me like it's time for a Hail Mary pass. A Hail Mary pass? An unconventional, high-risk, potentially high-yield stratagem. One such option exists, transphasic torpedoes. We already researched that. Modified to detonate simultaneously within the hub's primary engine conduits, bypassing external shielding and triggering a cascading internal implosion. However, the resultant shockwave would be extensive. Voyager would have approximately 10 seconds to clear the blast radius post-detonation. Captain, I believe I can offer a solution to mitigate that particular hazard. A targeted neurolytic pathogen. If we infect the Queen, and thereby the transwarp network, her control over the hub's functions would be severely compromised. This is actually the canon ending. And that's exactly what they did. They infect the Queen with basically a neurolytic, a neural disease, which distracts her. Then they use torpedoes to disable the hub after they enter it, shutting down the hub, but pushing them through transwarp back to Earth. So I unintentionally just took the canon end. Now I kind of want to go fight the tactical cube. Meaning a less potent implosion, perhaps. Instead of outrunning the shockwave, what if we could ride it? It uses its force to propel us through the collapsing hub and out the other side straight to the Alpha Quadrant. There is, however, one complication. The pathogen would need a carrier, someone to deliver it to the Queen via assimilation, a sacrifice. There will be no sacrifices. There will be no sacrifices. We'll go with the initial plan and just dodge that shockwave. Wait, I will be your sacrifice. Excuse me? This pathogen strategy. I considered it in my time but buried it due to the sacrifice. I admit, after so many years, I'd forgotten what family truly meant. I only saw the losses. But watching how you'd lead, Catherine, how this crew is a family, it showed me what I'd lost. I was wrong to try and force my broken future onto you. Let me be the sacrifice. Let my final act help preserve what you've managed to keep alive here. Knowing what's at stake and knowing our shared stubbornness, I won't try to stop you. Doctor, you have your assignment. Prepare the neurolytic pathogen. To calibrate the pathogen for maximum efficiency, I require a functioning Borg vinculum. Oh, shit. Okay, things just got a lot more difficult. It interconnects all drones with a localized sub-collector to maintain conformity. Such a device is invariably located inside the central plexus of a Borg vessel and heavily shielded. Evading detection will be nearly impossible. Every step will carry the risk of alerting the Queen. Where's the herd? Then we better be resourceful. Helm, get us to the nearest Borg cube. Yes, let's go look for a Borg cube. Said nobody in Starfleet ever. You whoosh! Hull reinforcement 4. We need 160 for that one. Okay, we'll just wait then. Send it away, team. Borg, Saboteur, and Vulcan. Well, we can do a Vulcan. We have no Borgs, we have no Saboteur. I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to get those. Beardly Bear coming in with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, Bear, for the raw tier 1 sub for 13 months. Thank you so much, Bear, for keeping the engines burning nice and bright on the Starship Dragon tonight. Thank you very, very much, Bear. I appreciate that so much. Well, let's send the hologram because he's got high science. And we need a wrench, so let's take Balana. Alright, here goes. Captain, we've infiltrated the cube. We have to bypass their perimeter shields to reach the central plexus. Administer specialized vaccine designed to mask life signs. Thank you for contributing to the Observation Duty Challenge. It is now officially complete, by the way, which, I mean, I appreciate. I'm glad you guys had something to spend your points on, but the challenge has been filled up. So this Saturday we'll be playing Observation Duty 2, or starting it at least. The vaccine masks the team's life signs. Drones march past, oblivious, as the team moves through the shields with ease. Captain, we've reached an intersection packed with dormant drones. One mistake will activate them. Locate and disable key Borg sensor nodes in the area. We need 3 phasers in the next one, so let's do... Ew. No matter what, Tuvok's going to be tired. Okay. The team is perfectly synchronized. They glide across the corridor and reach the far end undetected. After we reach the maturation chamber, a drone patrols the area. Alerting it means a swarm. Incapacitate the drone with a Vulcan death grip? Sure, give it the old hand squeeze. Like going for the titty. Yep, we got it, Darth. We got it. I mean, it would have happened this Saturday anyway because the challenge would have expired in 3 days. But hey, you did it. Thank you for spending your channel points on it. The Vulcan death grip is swift and precise. The drone collapses soundlessly, and the team press on. What have I missed? Well, we finished the game. That's what we did first. We had a choice of... To kind of give you some background on the story here, we've reached a point. We're at the end game. We actually are at the final part of the game, like the last chapter. There is a... Let's say I can use terms that aren't Star Trek related since you're not a Star Trek fan and you haven't watched Star Trek. There's a gateway that takes us home. We pass through it and we go home. Or we take the long way basically and we take another 16 years to get home. The problem with that is over the course of the next 16 years, the crew basically fall apart. The pressure of 16 years of dealing with being alone in the galaxy, basically, is damning and does a lot of damage to a lot of people on board the ship. So after that 16 years, Janeway becomes an admiral. Well, she doesn't like what that did to her crew. So she goes back to the past, and aboard our ship now, she is trying to convince us to take the gateway, the shortcut back to Earth to get us home today, not in 16 years. Well, we decided the first time to take the 16-year path. And when we did, our Janeway, our captain, suffered the same fate. She's all depressed. All the crew is depressed. Our Vulcan, Tuvok, is literally lost his mind because he suffered from a degenerative condition, a degenerative psychological condition that basically eats his Vulcan brain. And he could have had a cure if we had gotten back home to Earth. But since they didn't, the degenerative brain condition basically turned him into the equivalent of a Vulcan vegetable, in a very loose sense. Well, we chose that path, and our Captain Janeway became the time refused to change, right? And we got basically bad end. So now we're taking a different path, trying to get not bad end. Harem of Liara's race, I don't fucking remember the name. Why don't you ever look this stuff up before you ask these questions? Because almost every time you have, I don't fucking remember. Which is Asari. Harem of Elves plus Final Fantasy Harem. Harem of Dragon Age, Harem of Resident Evil. Wait a minute. Why do I get the Asari by themselves, but I get Elves and Final Fantasy Harem, and then Dragon Age and Resident Evil? Well, Dragon Age would probably include Elves as well. But Final Fantasy, man. I get Tifa, Lulu, Riku when she becomes 18, Selphie when she becomes 18, Aranea, Lightning, Adult Rydia, Celeste. Marry the Harem of Elves in Final Fantasy Harem. Bang Liara's race and kill the Dragon Age Resident Evil Harem, because the only ones there I would really want is just Rebecca and Claire. Yeah, that's Rebecca and Claire. So, yeah. Oh, I know I do. Believe me, I know. There's a reason Liara is on that list of girls that pop up right here. Captain, we reached the central plexus, but the entire area is shielded. You haven't done anything lately, so won't you do this? Identify and disable key shield emitters manually. Actually, we could do this. And this. Destabilize the shield harmonics, yeah. The team destabilizes the shield harmonic frequencies, causing it to collapse. The way to the central plexus is clear. The vinculum is anchored to the central plexus system. Any ideas on how to extract it? Suppress neural feedback of the central plexus. Isolate the power source to the central plexus system. This is the last option. So, Doc, you're up to bat. Swing away. The team carefully neutralizes the vinculum's neural feedback, suppressing its connection to the collective. It detaches silently, and the team beams back to Voyager, victorious. Good news is I'm paying someone to make me a proper overlay for my Nuzlocke. Nice. Everybody's on max level. Nobody really gained anything there for experience. Research neurolytic pathogen in the science lab. Science lab. Neurolytic pathogen. Also, while I'm here, more torpedoes, please. I didn't expect this end to go this way. Duranium. Gonna have the name of the game I'm nuzlocking displayed, among other things. Same person who designed my PFP. Nice. Ambush! Oh no, a Borg sphere! Get ready to fuck them up, guys. Let's go. Why can't I go? Why can't I? Okay, could press E. Warp core.
Exactly aft, Captain.
Let's use that a blade of armor and those super powerful phasers that we have. Those the disruptors. Let's wreck some Borg house.
Ability ready, Captain.
For some reason, my keyboard is
Ability
ceased
ready,
to work.
Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
We are shredding through their
Ability ready,
shields.
Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields
Their
destroyed.
weapons
Captain.
are down.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
So
ready,
much
Captain.
damage. Boosh! Thoughts on it for Presidents? I mean, it looks really cool. I would love to play it. I just hope it doesn't have a whole bunch of gotcha stuff in it. I mean, you guys said it didn't, so you know it's. I hope you guys are accurate. I hope you guys are right. We got Borg nanites out of it too. Cool. Captain, the neurolytic pathogen is synthesized and ready for delivery. This is where my story ends, Catherine, so yours can continue. Let's not waste time. Doctor, prepare the inoculation. Once the Queen begins assimilating me, the pathogen will spread through her network rapidly. That's your opening, Catherine. Don't you hesitate. I wouldn't dream of it. Good. Where's my shuttle? Janeway to Shuttle Bay. Prepare for the Admiral's immediate departure. Priority 1. Get them home, Catherine. All of them. That's all that ever truly mattered. I will. Thank you. For everything. For this chance. Or is Octopath 05? Yeah, you said that. You said that the other day. Yeah. 0 microtransactions. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to play it. What was the release date on it? Was it was September something, right? My stupid dementia brain can't remember. Oh, October? Okay. I got time then. I got the time. Head back to the nebula when ready. Optional: prepare Voyager's defensive and offensive systems to survive long enough for the pathogen to spread. I think my shit's pretty damn good. I mean, let's review our weapon status. We have 2 metaphasic shields. How can I look at like the general status of my ship? Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's gone. Conditions dead? They consider her dead? Okay. Damn, look how many people I could have had. Wow, I missed a lot of shit. Left behind. Why don't you make me feel bad about it? Oh well. Anyway, our combat status. We have a Hirogen hunting laser, rotate shield frequency, phaser frequency modulation. Voyager combat power is 331. We're in pretty good shape for combat. I don't think I need to improve anything. So, here goes. Entering the nebula, Captain. Strange, there's no welcoming committee? My analysis indicates they are aware of our presence and are maintaining tactical distance. Undoubtedly a trap. I really want to go fight that tactical Borg cube, though. I really want to fight that tactical cube. As long as they're not actively engaging, we make way for the hub. Queen must be expecting us. Hub in sight, Captain. And oh no. A tactical cube is guarding the hub. Yes, I want to fight a tac cube. Weapon systems charging. Captain Janeway, you returned to challenge us. I was, of course, expecting you. Surprised to find me in good health? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Admiral's pathetic attempt was as transparent as it was futile. She proved quite compliant once assimilated. You'll pay, Queen. Soon you will join the Admiral. You and all of Voyager. Uh-oh. 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 That's not canon! The tactical cube has engaged combat protocols, Captain. He's taking the bait. Good. Now survive until the pathogen takes effect. Battle stations! Oh, okay, never mind, maybe not. Really? A tactical cube is only 177?
What are your orders, Captain?
Really? By the way, I am playing on easy, so that's probably why, but still. 2 warp cores, 2 shield grids, 3 weapons arrays. Well, we just need to buy time. Focus on the shields.
Attack the aft, Captain.
I still want to blow it up. Wait, no. I don't want to wait for the rear. Go for the front.
Attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
You want to, like, get up there? You want to drive more up there? You want to get closer? I'm not in control of this ship, by the way. I can't fly it. Otherwise, I'd be going right at it.
Ability ready, Captain.
Hey, those shields are holding. That's surprising.
Ready, Captain.
Of course, they're still doing a fuck ton of hull damage.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Arg! What have you done to us? Must be something you assimilated. Impossible! A neurolytic pathogen? Captain, the hub's primary energy signature is rapidly falling. Now, if you'll excuse us, Your Majesty, it's time to go home. You will not escape. The collective will follow. All will be assimilated. Your world will be ours. That's going to be difficult without a transwarp hub. Helm, full impulse. Ready torpedoes. Let's blow this damn thing to smithereens. Aye, Captain. Where's the armor? Put on the fucking armor! There's Earth. Where's the crew? Where's the fleet of ships that are going to greet us? We did it. We actually did it. We're home. Finally, can you believe it? Earth. Oh, wow, it looks even more beautiful than I remember. Huh, it's smaller than I imagined, but so vibrant. Can't believe we actually pulled it off. After everything, we actually did it. Logic suggested a different path. To stand here now, it proves there are always new lessons to be learned. Highly satisfactory. Finally, the Alpha Quadrant. My triumphant return will undoubtedly usher in a new era of medical excellence. The accolades will be well-deserved. Everything we fought for, isn't it? Every single challenge, every sacrifice. It all led us to this moment. We did it together. All right, everyone, you'll indulge your captain for one final moment before we begin our journey home. 7 years ago, Starfleet and Maquis were forced together, building a fighting force that took on the Delta Quadrant's worst, never backing down. Every battle, every strategic victory against impossible odds has culminated in this view. We conquered the Delta Quadrant, and we're finally home. But let's be clear. We defied the Borg Queen. Her revenge will follow us, but let her come. We'll ensure the Federation is armed, braced, and ready. Helm, set one final course to Earth. Let Starfleet know Voyager's home. Admiral's Log, Catherine Janeway. The year is 2385. 7 years have passed since Voyager's return, and I find myself compelled to record a final reflection. The shimmering view of Earth was a sight we'd earned not just by enduring the Delta Quadrant, but by dismantling the Borg's greatest weapon. Through every impossible choice, every sacrifice, we remained true to who we were and what we stood for. We finally truly home. Starfleet's port was a whirlwind of emotion. My crew, my family reunited with their loved ones. Tears and laughter filled the air. A moment, God damn it, stop going so fast. Later, in a hall filled with family and friends who never gave up hope, we stood honored. Medals shone and applause echoes around us. I too was promoted to Admiral. My future self had been right, repeatedly throwing the Borg Queen does indeed wonders for your resume. Now, as the dust settled, I reflect on what came next for my extraordinary crew. More than logic. Upon our return, Tuvok's degenerative illness was swiftly cured. He was soon promoted to commander and serves as my chief of staff. My steadfast confidant, a bond forged through every impossible choice, Tuvok's logic remains my anchor. I sometimes wonder if he still secretly monitors my caffeine intake. Where conflict forged innovation. With Maquis pardoned, B'Elanna rejoined Starfleet. Her unparalleled ingenuity honed on Voyager led her to Starfleet's advanced propulsion, where she rose to chief engineer, spearheading next-generation warp drives. Her old inner conflicts, it seems, were simply fuel for her brilliance. From what I've heard, she certainly keeps her team on their toes, and no, she hasn't broken anyone's nose yet. The ensign no more. They finally call this out. Harry Kim's unwavering Starfleet ideals and relentless perseverance finally broke the mold. After years as the universe's most dedicated ensign, this game is truly calling out the meme. His unique experience propelled him through the ranks. In just 7 years, he achieved his dream, commanding his own Intrepid-class vessel. Watching the eager ensign I once guided, now in command, fills me with immense pride. Maverick made master. Tom's exceptional piloting skills made him Starfleet's go-to test pilot and instructor for extreme maneuvers. He regularly visits Starfleet facilities, sharing tales of our Delta Quadrant experiences. Tom clearly enjoys the attention, but I couldn't be prouder of the disciplined pilot he became. And no, he never reached Warp 10 or turned into a salamander again. We never did that because we also never built the Delta Flyer. Hi, Jose, by the way. Advocate and artist. After our return, the Doctor became a Federation citizen, immediately resigning to champion holographic rights and won. Years later, he returned to serve as Chief Medical Officer, treated as an equal among his biological colleagues. Oh, and he discovered a talent for opera, much to the delight and occasional dismay of Starfleet Medical. A taste of home. Felix, ever the morale officer, brought a taste of the Delta Quadrant home, opening a widely popular fusion restaurant. Beyond his culinary success, he became an invaluable empathetic listener for those of us struggling with trauma and adjustment to Earth. I often visit his establishment, grateful for his warmth. Though I still approach his Leola root stew with caution, I'm glad he found his calling. Destroy the Transwarp hub and get Voyager back home. They say the journey matters more than the destination. For Voyager, an odyssey of family and sacrifice, this was profoundly true. We honor those who gave everything for this journey. Their names may now be carved in stone, but their legacy, an eternal flame of courage and sacrifice, lives on in the hearts of every soul who returned home, always. Yet even now I wonder, if I could turn back time, make different choices, could I have saved more of those we lost? I may never know. But standing here on solid ground, my crew's safe, I find a quiet peace in what we accomplished. End log. Okay, I want to do one more thing before we wrap up. Besides this. We start from scratch. No. Very old. Okay, we're going to. Where is this going to load us? This is actually. Ooh, didn't think. Is actually going to. Oh no. Oh no. No, fuck. Where's it gonna load us? Not that kind of lotus. Oh, we start sector. Okay, yeah. Sector 12, endgame. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, we're not starting the entire thing over now. We can just go through the final chapter again.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok.
Yeah, we already saw this. Okay. Alright, we're going to try for a different path this time. Torpedoes crafted, that's good. Let's craft some more. Nebula inconclusive, fly in. Hello, board cubes. Yep, let's fight them. Yep,
What are your orders, Captain?
Kill them. That's our orders. Target shields first. Target forward shields.
Captain.
We don't have the cutting beam.
Ability ready, Captain.
Disruptor. I forgot I upgraded that after we got here.
Ability ready, Captain.
A small Death Star. Yeah, I mean, I always thought the same thing. Also, hi Saki, welcome in. It very much looks like a tiny black Death Star.
Ability ready, Captain.
Like Death Asteroid, yeah.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Yep. Well, we actually beat the game. We actually beat it. We beat it in two different ways. We got the bad end where we take the non-canon route and spend, instead of taking the transwarp hub to go back to Earth, we take the not shortcut and spend another 16 years in the Delta Quadrant, which gave us the bad end, basically, where pretty much the entire crew is horribly, suffering from basically 16 years of stress of being away from home. And then we did the canon ending. So now we're trying a slightly less canon ending. Forced out of the nebula. Head back into the nebula. Take us back in. There's spike, shockwave incoming, hull -10. Back to square one. Captain Shockwave did a real number on the hull. Another hit and we're in serious trouble. The deliberate Borg effort to repel intruders. Okay, so I'm forced to leave there. Okay. I have to leave at that point. All 7 of us free roam on the YouTube right now? Let's grab some dilithium. Well, I'm talking about the canon ending for the overall show. The crew getting back to Earth. Just pretend 5 to 7 doesn't 5 to 7 don't exist. We're actually good on resources right now. Yeah, we're pretty good. Don't need to worry about anything right now, so we're just going to rotate the clock. We have a lot of research. You know what I didn't actually do? I want to do this. Engineering offices. We don't need these. Demolish. 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 We'll put that up here. We get our disruptor up here. We get our, our disruptor weapon up there. I was thinking. Anybody getting uploaded to some computer for a bunch of kids? Anyway, becomes Cortana. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, what Saki's talking about is there was an animated Star Trek series called Star Trek Prodigy, and she becomes a hologram. She's like an emergency command hologram for a ship a Federation ship that gets lost somewhere, and she like guides these kids into how to command a starship. If you didn't know that it was a Star Trek series and see like the occasional 1 or 2 references to something about Star Trek in the first episode, you would think you were watching a Star Wars animated series episode. Something like Clone Wars or Rebels, something like that. Because I had to keep reminding myself as I was watching it, I'm like, okay, this is Star Trek, not Star Wars. Like legit, I kept thinking, Star Trek, this isn't Star Wars. Because the aliens were all, there was no humans. All the aliens looked like species you would see in Star Wars. The animation looked like Star Wars Clone Wars. Everything they were doing looked Star Wars-y, short of using the Force and lightsabers, and then the occasional view of a Federation starship. Captain Planet Star Trek Edition. Okay. I did not start that research that I wanted to do. Combat. Hull reinforcement. I wanted Disruptor Control Room Level 2. Oh, so that's already there. Okay, good to know. The Hirogen laser is already there. We don't really need dilithium either. Okay, let's just that. Clear, clear, clear. Make a crew quarter. Wait, are we even? You know what? I'm gonna wait. Combat. Disruptor array control room. I'll see if we have any unhoused crew. It looks like we don't. We don't need to build a thingy here. Torpedoes, please. But I can't make more workshops. Make more torpedoes more quickly. Resources. Disruptor array is complete. We can't upgrade it because we're still researching it. Right, okay. Let's wait till that research is finished. Running on battery power because we need to shut some shit off. What do we need to shut off? We're using 4 points. What can we get rid of? We shouldn't need so many battery compartments, really. You know what? Dismantle. Dismantle. We'll run on batteries for a while. It's okay. Hear that. Still drawing 2 extra points of power? There we go. We're in good shape now. Okay. Finish the research. Up to level 2. Let's now do regen shielding. Hull reinforcement. Let's do regenerative shielding. And upgrade the disruptor array. Yep, there comes this. Okay. This is future Janeway. Skip. We fought the Klingon once before, so we'll do it the other way this time. Mind meld, see if it works this time. Nope, it still didn't work. Wow, okay. Alright. Research the captain's brain. The admiral's brain, rather. Okay, we're running on warp core again. We're really not short on anything. We could top off on titanium. Grab some food. Alright, that's done. Gotta grab this food first. Disruptor array upgraded. We're at nearly max power. No point in upgrading it again. Poop! Oh. Fine. Skip. Activate the technology. Skip. Research ablative armor in the combat tech tree. Well, we're already in the middle of research right now. We're almost through, so let's do that first. Okay. Ablative hull was right there. Did we finish the torpedoes? Where? Okay. Let's go get some more fuel. Really? Shore leave? We're almost home? You really want to do that right now? No, we have more pressing matters. Fuck morale. Oh, hi, Borg Sphere.
What are your orders, Captain?
Kill it. Focus on the warp core.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Activate the disruptor. Stand by torpedoes.
Ability ready, Captain.
Get ready to blow this ship out of the water.
Ability ready, Captain.
Sky or space, whatever you want
Enemy
to call
shields destroyed, Captain.
it. Forward shields are already down.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Boom, baby. I don't fear no Borg. I got the power of redneck in me. We got crew. Wonderful. Need to craft more torpedoes, which we're working on, so I need to stop firing for a while. We could use some more duranium. Duranium. Yes, Nebula, I understand. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the tutorial for the 47th time. Light torpedoes crafted. Excellent. Make more, please. Damn, 53% crafting time. Good. Bork, bork, bork. Bork, bork, bork. More gas, sure. ABP is playing this. Who is ABP? I don't know. Huge Trekkie. I don't think I know, but I don't think I know him. Maybe I'll raid him after we're done here. Atari. Oh, yeah, I will definitely raid him then if he's still on. Do you know if he's going to be on for a while? I mean, I'm only going to be on for like another maybe half hour at most. Once we get through this next section, we're pretty much going to be done. Like this next, this final part of the game. Is it pretty late? Okay. And I'll just post you through this. We're kind of skipping through everything anyway because we've already seen the story up to this point. I just want to see like how the different endings roll. Okay, we're working on the ablative armor. We need 5 more torpedoes. We don't really need fuel. We're pretty much good on every aspect. We just gotta kill clock. That's all we can do. Blade of armor is complete. Need to craft 5 more torpedoes, which we should be done now, which we are. Transphasic torpedoes researched. 5 days. Let's grab this then. Grab as much as we can. Nice, we maxed out. 102 days. Turn to W and fight your way to the wormhole. I already made the sex joke earlier, so I won't do it again. A blade of armor online. Oh no, a Borg cube, oh no. Head to the nebula, engage the cube. Give the taste of 2404. Okay.
What are your orders, Captain?
Target the forward shield grid.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Transfer power to the disruptors.
Ability ready, Captain.
Get that Lego block.
Ability ready, Captain.
I mean, Borg are nothing if not consistent. Everything is a cube, a diamond, a sphere. I think the only thing that isn't actually a geometric shape is the assimilator.
Ability ready, Captain.
From one of the TNG episodes. Damn! I didn't even fire a torpedo yet. The primitive race? No, they just lack imagination. Right. Change the entire galaxy. Yeah. Okay. Don't destroy the hub and enter the aperture. This is the one we didn't take. Cubes, spheres, and diamonds are such are called primitives. Oh. I'm just gonna move on. I feel stupid. Alpha Quadrant of the galaxy might pay a price for that hub remaining operational. My primary duty is this crew, and we're going home. Well, that's what I like to hear, Captain. Earth dead ahead. Captain, using the hub only to run away. I fear we'll pay for that decision. Destroying the hub wouldn't have stopped the Borg, but it would have stopped us. We just saved this crew. Captain, Borg vessels approaching. They're encircling us. Did you truly believe my warning was idle, Captain? Your future technology is impressive, yes, but ultimately insignificant. We will assimilate your gifts, and then we will assimilate you. Battle stations. Borg sphere, Borg probe.
What are your orders,
Go for the probe first. Target forward shields. Oh, you only have one shield grid because you're just a probe. Target. Yeah, target shields.
Moving to attack the
I don't
port
care
side,
about trying to
Captain.
disable the engines. These guys are not going to surrender. The Borg don't surrender. Activate the disruptors.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Yeah, we are literally penetrating their shields. They're not taking hardly any shield damage. It's going straight to the hull. Damn. They're tough as
Ability
hell.
ready, Captain.
Target the. We're on the aft side. Target the aft shields.
Attack aft, Captain.
The way Tremor 7 is the last run of Bird's story, at least because a reboot can happen. I suppose that's
Ability ready,
possible.
Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
If they want to milk it. Damn! Even my torpedoes went through their shields. Sensors are picking up another vessel. One tactical cube, heavily armed. The configuration is the Queen's personal command vessel. Be advised, engagement will be unlike anything we faced before. Bring it, bitch. Let's go. Our strategy didn't account for fighting the Queen herself. We need to disengage and withdraw before we lose everything. Nah. Nah. Fuck up the Queen's ship. Target the tactical cube. Granted, it's not a combined tactical cube, but it's a tactical cube. It's only 177. What's the order of ship strength? Is the cube the strongest? No. There's the probe, then it would go to probably sphere, cube, tactical cube, and then what is it called? There's a form of cube where 8 tactical cubes come together and form like one massive cube. You only see it in like Star Trek Armada. I think it's Armada 2. And I'm blanking on what it's called. But yeah, 8 cubes like come together. Rubik's Cube. Now, 8 cubes come together to form like just a massive fucking cube. And they made movies for enough money for 7 movies, so it's possible. I mean, it's like I said to you in the DMs, Jose. It's just milking the proverbial cow. The only way they would actually be able to do anything with it is to actually reboot it, because none of the actors are going to come back. You know, even Michael Gross is like sick of being in Tremors after 30 years of doing it. Forward shields
Moving to
first.
attack the front, Captain.
Disruptors on.
Ability
The
ready,
cube is the most common type, though. It's their standard starship, I guess you could say. Tactical cubes or capital ships. Yeah. And my torpedoes are doing a fuck ton of damage.
Ability ready, Captain.
Pretty sure my torpedoes are hitting for over 100 damage. Nice shot! You hit me, dumbass! My partner. He hit me twice. I don't think friendly fire happens, so, but still. Holy hell, we actually did it! Holy hell, we actually destroyed a tactical cube! We fly by, Janeway's just doing this as we're going past all these cubes. More Borg cubes incoming, we're running out of time. It's now or never, Lieutenant. Set course for the aperture, we're going home. Aye, Captain. Okay, so it's the same. So, the only difference between what we did canon and what we did here is we're not destroying the warp, the transwarp hub. Well, 10d6. We're not destroying the transwarp hub. And we're not infecting the Borg with a neurolytic pathogen, which basically infects them. Yep. Small dimensions, so vibrant, yep, feels wrong. Feels wrong, we should have stayed. Should have destroyed the hub. Look at the faces, Commander. This is bliss, this overwhelming relief. How could this, after all we endured, possibly be wrong? "7 years ago, our mission of exploration began anew. Today, we made the most profound discovery of all, the path back to our own solar system. We didn't destroy the hub, no, but we brought back invaluable knowledge, every discovery essential to Starfleet and the Federation. The Delta Quadrant tested us, but we returned. Our journey, our survival, will be etched into the history books as a testament to defiance. Helm set one final course, Earth. Let Starfleet know Voyager's home." See if the what the difference is of the log. 2378. It's only been a few months since Voyager slipped through the transwarp hub and into Earth orbit. Still processing the sight of our homeworld through the view screen, seeing the reef of view, the final leg of our journey escorted by Starfleet was truly surreal. Flew over San Francisco Bay, Golden Gate Bridge, after filling a beacon to the cheers, thousands of light on the shore, the explosions of celebrating fireworks overhead. It was a sight that brought tears to my eyes. The welcome home was beyond anything we could have imagined. Medals, parades, the sheer intoxicating joy of reuniting with family and friends. And for me, a promotion to Admiral. It's a heavy braid, but after what we achieved, it feels right. He celebrated. After 7 years in the void, it felt like the only thing that mattered. The Borg, guess they're concerned, but their immediate threat feels distant, managed. We've certainly shared our unique experiences with Starfleet Command. I know they're focused on it now. We chose to bring our crew home through the fastest route, and I stand by the decision. We earned this moment. We're home. And log. $23.85. We've lost the Mars defense perimeter. We lost Deep Space Nine. Less than an hour ago, the entire east coast of USA fell silent. Oh shit! Reports are coming in. Millions assimilated, entire defense fleets annihilated. I can see the continents of Earth glowing a sickly green as their energy grids are consumed. Oh my god! It's been years since Voyager to the transport hub. We had the chance to destroy it. We knew what it meant, but we chose relief over responsibility. It feels like a cruel, distant dream now. Every explosion, every dying ship is a brutal reminder of the enemy we left intact. Oh god! Starfleet intelligence believed we had dedicated to prepare time for our defense is truly mature. We estimated wrong. Our direct return to the hub forced the Borg Queens. Goes too fast! Even I can't read that fast. If I could just send a message back to the moment Voyager hovering at the brink of the hub, this ain't good in this horror. I'm recording this from a temporary command post. The sounds of battle echoing even here. I have to get back out there. They're coming. End log. Some of those just went by too fast. I couldn't read them, even at maximum reading speed. Bring Voyager home without destroying the transwarp hub. Congratulations, you completed the main mission endgame. It just says, that's it. In the other endings, it actually like explains what happened to every member of the crew, or well, most of the members of the crew. Like Krim finally got promoted to captain. Tuvok got the treatment he needed for his mental degradation. The doctor became a big medical person. You know, just kept going through these like different things, saying what happened to each person after the events of Voyager. This time it just went, congratulations, you beat the game. That's hilarious, though. That's hilarious. Good end? No. Bad end. We sent Voyager through, and we got home just like we were supposed to, but we didn't destroy the transwarp hub, and when we got back to Earth, it had already been assimilated. Safe to assume everyone dies or becomes Borgified, one or the other. That's great. Well, I'm going to take a little moment here to talk about the game. I personally, I enjoyed the references and stuff. I thought it was fine. I liked the XCOM-like strategies that kind of came from the base building part of it. There wasn't as much of the combat stuff that I was hoping for, as far as like some people were saying that this game was XCOM-like in almost every way, and I assume that also meant the tactical combat where you have like you're controlling soldiers and you move them around and shooting the aliens and stuff. And I thought there was going to be something like that as well, but it was just base building, and the space battles was really all there was, and then kind of a almost like D&D style away missions where you just had like, okay, you walk up to a wall and there's a force field on. What do? Do you tell B'Elanna to hack into the console? Do you have Tuvok shoot the force field with a phaser? Do you have Neelix do something else? Which wasn't bad, but I was kind of hoping for a little more XCOM-ish in that manner. Let me spell this stuff out here again. There we go. I did kind of get irritated on like a couple of the last chapters before the endgame chapter with how a lot of times some of the missions turned into wait for something to happen. Okay, you have conversation. Well, we need to do this. Okay, well, we got to now wait for 10 days for something to happen. Nothing that I can do. I can't do any research. I don't need to go to this planet. I don't need to scan a world. I don't need to do anything. We literally just have to progress time and wait for things to happen. And a couple of the latter chapters, that happened quite a lot. And that kind of annoyed me. It felt like they had run out of ideas for something unique to happen. And so they just said, okay, we're going to make a few missions, just hurry up and wait, basically. And I thought that was a little cheap. If it happened only once or twice, I could have ignored it, but it happened quite a lot in the last little bits. It was a good game to watch you play and hang out with. Well, I appreciate that, Jose. I'm glad you found it entertaining as well, Saki. I know not a lot of you in the chat are big Star Trek fans, so a lot of this probably kind of went over your head. But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all being here for it. It was fun to me because I got a huge kick out of it because Voyager is my favorite Star Trek series. Being able to do not only just like play the show, but also play the show and take routes that the show, the opposite of canon basically was fantastic. I really enjoyed that, especially the very beginning of the game when you literally could make the very first decision that Janeway makes between destroying the caretaker's array and being stranded in the Delta Quadrant, which means the entire show has to happen, or you let the array send you back to the Alpha Quadrant, literally skipping the entire show. And it actually lets you do that, and you get a roll credits ending. Literally less than an hour into the game. I thought that was great. It was great. I also kind of like the fact that some of the more filler or less crucial episodes of the series did kind of get like almost a cameo appearance in, like, you would go to a planet and they would like talk about what happened in a loose manner to what happened in that episode, and you could kind of let things happen or kind of not let things happen. For one particular example, for those, again, I'll try to explain it for those who never watched the series. There's one episode where Tuvok, the Vulcan, and Neelix, the guy with the spiky hair and the makeup all over his face, they beam down to a planet to do some research. Well, when they're done with their research, they beam back up to Voyager, but doing so, there's a transporter malfunction, and it kind of Dragon Ball Z fusion merges them together into one person. This person being called Tuvix. At the end of the episode, Janeway decides that Tuvix can't exist. They need Tuvok and Neelix back. They need them both. They need them both because they both serve their specific roles. And while Tuvix can sort of fill both roles, there are other people around them, friends and family of both of them, that really want their separate versions back. And through some research and stuff, they figure out how to do that. Well, by doing so, Tuvix claims that they are essentially killing him because they're killing Tuvix in favor of bringing back, or in favor of separating him for Tuvok and Neelix. In this particular game, you can actually, from what I understand, you can not do that, and you will lose Tuvok and Neelix, but you keep Tuvix. I didn't get to do that because the planet that I went to start that, which I didn't know was going to happen that way, I just decided, well, the planet was going to give me a lot of food resources, and I already had like maximum food at the time, so I had no reason to actually go through with the mission. Well, once I said, nah, I don't need to land on this planet, the game said, by the way, mission failed, Tuvix, because I didn't actually do the Tuvix episode. So it's kind of cool how you can essentially do, but also not do some of the filler missions or filler episodes of the show. And if you do them, there are like rewards or other things that you can get that give you abilities later on in the show or later on in the game. Another instance is there's like this alien race of robots that were built by another alien race somewhere else, and they're at war with another race of alien robots that were made by another species. The two biological species were at war, and they created the machines to basically fight the war for them. Well, the biological species died off, and all that's left were the robots. All they knew how to do was fight the war. They didn't know how to, build themselves or fix themselves. They basically were sort of under the eventual, what is it called? Predicted, what is it called when you build something? Planned obsolescence. They're basically designed for planned obsolescence. They were literally unable to build more of themselves because it was against, they weren't programmed to do that. Well, in the show, Torres is captured by them and forces her to make a new one of their units. Shorthand of how that rolls out, in the game through my playthrough, I didn't do that. If I had, I would have gotten a reward called some kind of Prelor weapon or something. I would have gotten that reward, but I didn't do that because I didn't find it. But I saw later on that was an option, that if I had the Prelor, whatever that was, I could have used that in that particular instance. So it was kind of cool how you can get by participating in some of those filler episodes, you get a reward that you can use to sort of change the story again later in the series. So that is kind of cool how they did that. I really appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here, and we're going to go rate Atari Beer Pong, who is playing this game that we just did, Star Trek Voyager, Across the Unknown. Thank you so much for being here for this. Tomorrow I'll be back at 5:30 p.m. Central. Probably going to pick up some more Empire Earth, and if we do, we'll be starting the Russian campaign where we get to see the future. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.